but here we are. So, Itay, thank you for joining again, and apologies for the wait. But we are definitely set to go. Can you talk just for a sec so I can see whether everything is working?
Sure.
Well, that worked.
So yeah, I hope everything is working now. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything's working. Great. Shall
that
I
is
reintroduce
working.
myself?
Yeah, you should. Let's see if we can not crop this up a bit. Yes, we are back. And let's see, we also need to align this a bit better. That's much better. There we go. Hello, Bongo Camaradi. Thank you for being here again. So, Itay, can you maybe introduce yourself? And this time, so people can actually hear who you are.
Sure. So my name is Itay Garmy. I'm a candidate for the Volt Netherlands for the coming parliamentary elections that are taking place in 2.5 weeks from now. And in addition, I'm also the national campaign lead.
That's awesome.
And
So, what does
yeah,
that
and
mean?
so yeah, what does that mean? So the last couple of months, so wait, I will tell you a bit about my background, also to explain where my knowledge comes from digitalization, because that's the main topic for tonight. So yeah, I'm 27 years old. I finished 2 years ago. I did um, a master's studies in crisis and security management,
Awesome.
and we also had their course called cybersecurity. That's how I got interested into cybersecurity, and then I applied for a job at a private security firm where I worked as a cyber threat intel analyst. To be more specific, I was an OSINT consultant, open source intelligence consultant.
Open source.
Uh, Open source, yes.
Yeah.
I worked there for a year, and afterwards I joined one of the big four companies, Deloitte.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Impressive. That
I also, yeah, I also worked there as a cybersecurity consultant for the strategy team. What it means is that we try to explain to our clients the results of all the techies. So we have also the really technical cyber teams in our department, and we try to to explain all their analysis to the business side of the client.
yeah.
I did that for also a year and a half, and I started working also as a volunteer for Volt here in the Netherlands. I wrote
Busy person.
yes, and I wrote to for the election program. I wrote about democracy, so nothing to do with digitalization, to be honest.
Yeah.
About the democratic renewal, and then eventually I applied to become the national campaign lead, and I now stopped working at Deloitte for the coming months to focus fully on the campaign.
Wow.
This brings me here.
Which is amazing. Thank you so much for your time here. So I can imagine that it's quite a taxing job being the campaign manager right now for Volt Netherlands, right? Because
Yeah, definitely. Things are going really, really well. So that's it's really exciting times. But I'm working I think 70 hours a week,
yeah,
barely any sleep. But we need to keep on pushing. We only have 2.5 weeks left,
yeah,
and the campaign is really, really going well. All the big polls are saying that that we're getting seats in two and a half
amazing.
weeks from now, and
What are we aiming
yeah,
for?
I'm getting. We're aiming for 3 seats. So in
Three
Netherlands,
seats.
I think the total, if it's 160,
Yeah,
if
50,
I think right. Yeah, sorry,
150.
150.
Yeah,
150, and we're aiming for 3 seats. Currently in the polls, people are predicting we're getting between 1 and 2, so that's really good.
very
But
good. Yeah,
we are confident that we're gonna get a 3.
pushing those
And
numbers.
now exactly. And now we're just campaigning all the time, so we have a lot of interview requests. We were on national TV this week, and for us it's like a big thing. And our number one, Lawrence, is having big debates in the coming weeks, also against other party leaders.
Yeah, Yeah, I saw him on.
Yeah,
I saw him yesterday on primetime television on the public channel. It was
yeah,
quite a sight to behold. Really cool.
yeah, yeah. It was really cool to see Volt there for the first time.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, and also like our biggest, I think our trump card is our social media campaign, especially now in times of Corona, where
Yeah,
it's difficult to activate our teams, but our teams are throughout the country are really working their ass off to hand out flyers and to talk to people. But it's a bit difficult now in Corona times, so yeah, we're really active on social media.
yeah,
And I think when I started working as the campaign lead in November, we had like 2,000 followers on Twitter, and I think now we have like 11,000.
yeah. It's really
And
amazing to see.
yeah, and also our Instagram is going really good. So yeah, we're really happy. And I think the average now we get every day 150 new members a day. We're one of the biggest growing parties in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Even like we are beating the Labour Party with how fast we're growing. And they're like,
Just for context, that's one of the big traditional parties, which has always been super big, especially yeah, on our
yeah, throughout all Europe, I guess.
yeah.
And yeah, so things are going really well. We don't have the capacity to onboard all the new people and to answer all the questions. We put up like a WhatsApp channel for people to ask questions.
We
We're
have
doing a lot of community management.
120 follower or new members of in one day was the record last week. And
Yeah,
Floransko, it was today's topic is digitalization, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. And for now, we are discussing the Dutch elections. Itay is the campaign manager for the Dutch elections, and is just explaining how amazing it's going and giving everyone a brief update on that. So
yeah.
yeah,
So maybe it's cool to talk about like a few campaign actions that we had because in times of Corona you need to be really creative. So what
yes,
we did, I think two things are worthy to mention. One thing that we did was so in the Netherlands, every political party that participates in the election gets the possibility to make an election movie of a maximum of 3 minutes that is being shown on national TV for 6 times in the weeks before the election. And what we did every time that we end the movie, and sometimes it's on prime time, sometimes like in the middle of the night, but each time that we end the movie, we tell the people, come to our website and we have some candidates there who will answer all your questions. And when you
awesome.
go to our website, you get redirected to a live stream.
And there
And
you go. That's something.
yeah, we had like journalists calling us about this that they thought was a really cool idea.
That's really
And we had like
smart.
hundreds of people who are yeah, we're visiting these live sessions with our candidates. And in addition, we had like an action also on the streets because we needed to be a bit creative in Corona because yeah, you can't have like these big rallies. So what we did was we with gravity with how do you say it in English, graffiti.
Gravity. Yeah. No.
Yeah, graffiti, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
environmental friendly graffiti. And we did like on the
Spraying.
boardwalk. We just wrote Volt. We sprayed Volt and vote for us. And yeah, it was really cool throughout the whole cities, throughout all the Dutch big cities. You could see Volt on the ground. And after 2 days, it's gone because of the rain. But that was people really liked it because it's like a creative way of campaigning in times of Corona.
And we won't even get fined because it is perfectly fine because it's chalk. Environmentally friendly
Exactly.
and very, very noticeable everywhere around the city. I've seen it in Amsterdam as well. It really looks good. So
Yeah, it's a really cool thing, and I think yeah, the coming weeks we just need to make sure that that we stay in the we need to keep getting attention,
yeah,
to keep getting media performances, keep being active on social media. Don't make any big mistakes.
Stick to our game because our game plan
Stick to our game, exactly.
It's clearly working.
And
wow.
yeah, it's clearly working. We also have, and this is also like maybe a good start to this topic. So 3 weeks ago, there's like this big show in the Netherlands every Sunday night. It's called Zondag met Lubach. Sunday with Lubach. Lubach is the name of the presenter.
It's a late night talk
and it's
show.
like yeah, exactly. And it's like a bit of he makes fun of all the things that are going on right now, like a bit of how you can Saturday Night Live
Yeah, it's a
or
bit. I heard it's the John Oliver of the Netherlands, and thank you, Guimares, for. Yeah, exactly. Stitch in 19. It's like Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, but then Dutch with
yeah,
Dutch quirky
exactly.
humor. But please go ahead.
So yeah. So what happened was he mentioned us during his show, and it was really funny. After he mentioned us, there was like a huge spike in
Yes.
all our website traffic, and our the I think the servers went down of the onboarding on Volt Teams because there was just too many people who were signing up to become a member, and he did an item about digitalization, and he made fun of all the parties that are now in parliament that they don't put any attention to it, and there were only two political parties who were participating in the elections that actually have digitalization in their election program
Yeah.
as a big a big main thing, a big main topic, and that was Volt and the Pirate Party,
Yeah.
and yeah, it gave us a lot of attention, and suddenly because I'm the only candidate that has a digital background on our list, and like I'm just a cyber strategy consultant, so I don't know a lot about IT. And suddenly I got all these interview requests of people wanted to talk to me to talk about cyber and Volt's plans for digitalization.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
That's really
So
awesome because you've been to quite a few interviews at about this point, haven't you?
yeah, like most of the interviews I are about the campaign because
Yeah.
I'm campaign lead. But now in the coming, I had two interviews now about digitalization. In the coming 2 weeks, I'm also invited to a podcast, and I'm also going to debate against the party leader of the Pirate Party
Yeah.
about digitalization. So yeah, these are really cool things, and it was also funny to see that when there's this famous Dutch guy who has like a lot of followers on Twitter and on Instagram, and everyone knows him, when he puts out your name out there of Volt, you see how much influence it has. It got us so much media attention, so many new members. So it's really important. If I can give an advice to other Volt campaign leaders that are coming in Europe, that you get some good ambassadors that can call out your name and gain some good attention.
Get some influencers talking about you. Maybe maybe
Exactly.
snare Kim Kardashian. Get out there,
Yeah,
work it.
that's always good. Yeah.
Is this
Or
better? Is this better, Ali Koga? You said that my voice was not loud enough, so maybe this is a bit better. Perfect. But so I've a question about that because D66, the party that is also quite close to us electorally, also stated it being the digital party to vote for earlier this month. But it's interesting that they say that, right? Because at the same time they're also involved in all the current government projects, and
you mean all the digital fuck ups of the government?
I wasn't going to say that, but it is quite a mess, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, D66, they have a candidate, his name is Kees Verhoeven, who is really good on digital stuff, and he did some really great stuff in Parliament. But he's like one of the only members of the 150 members that we have in Parliament that knows his digital stuff, that knows about privacy, that speaks out about it. And he's leaving the chambers now, so you can't elect him anymore.
Interesting. So there is literally no tech people in a parliament anymore.
No, and I think that's one of the biggest problems. It's not only that we have lack of tech people, but also people with different backgrounds. Because like they did this big research, and I think this problem is something that other parliaments are facing throughout Europe. Is that most people, the background is law or political science in Parliament.
Yeah. That's true.
And like we always complain that there's no diversity in terms of age. So there are not enough young people in Parliament. There are not enough women in Parliament. Not enough, I think, also people from different ethnicities or different cultures. But we also lack in like people with different studies and different backgrounds. And if Parliament's main job is to check the government and be the checks and balances of the government, we need to ensure that people who are actually elected to parliament know their stuff, that they know about physics, that they know about digitalization, that they know about climate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a pity, and I had this interview about it this week, and we were thinking about how can you solve this? But it's something really difficult. Like one of the ideas we had, and it's not like false opinion or something. This is like my personal. That when you vote, that you actually see on the paper not only the name of the person, but also let's see study background or another thing, and that people actually are being more aware that they not only need to choose based on the views of a political party, but also need to ensure that the people they elect have the right amount of skills to actually check the government and have the amount of knowledge that's necessary to lead this country.
No, definitely. Yeah, our current prime minister is a historian, and I believe that is the case. As you said before, all the top candidates or the faces of all political parties are either from law or historians or political scientists.
Yeah, but it's not only the top candidates; it's almost their whole list.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
I think we have 60-70% has a legal background. Then you have another 20-30% with political science, historians, and I'm like, that's also really important that we have these people. But there needs to be a way more better balance. Also, people like with like I said before, with different backgrounds, for instance, physics or
more people from STEM, definitely. So Bas Clason stated, Matthijs Bonche, Dutch Pirate Party main candidate, is practically a QAnon when it comes to anything but digital. Quite worrying if they actually get votes on digital despite that. So what's your take on that?
Well, luckily the Pirate Party is not in any polls. They have never been in the Netherlands. Like in comparison to Germany, I think they're a pretty big party. Here they're really small, and they don't get a lot of attention. But yeah, they are what gets them attention is mostly their digital points because of their other views that are pretty weird, or pretty sometimes they're pretty disgusting. But yeah, if you go look into digital experts, the Pirate Party is considered to be like the most digital expert party that is participating in the elections, and they're also fighting every time with us because we say we're the only European party who's participating in the elections, and they started with discussing it with us. Yeah, no, we were first, and we're also European.
So who's right though? They are European, of course, but
we
are pan-European. Come on.
Exactly. We have a shared program, and we are much more democratic movement than they are.
Yeah.
But let's not bash them too much.
No, definitely. No, I mean it's a very. I mean, the take of the Pirate Party is very important because digital rights and digital laws in Europe are lagging behind. It's a very problematic thing, and they definitely were the first political party that I know about, at least, that started to address this. And
and I think what I really liked about their platform, and I think that's something I also see in Volt, and that attracted me to become a member of Volt, was they're looking to new innovative ways of how we can deal with our democracy. So like digital participation tools, how we can get people more involved into what's happening around them, and that's something I really liked about their platform, and that's something we also have.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because we have a few pillars when it concerns to digital policy, right? The big one is, of course, the Ministry of Digital Affairs.
So that's the one that gives us also one of the most that gets the most attention. It's also something that we say a lot when we're with interviews. It's one of the new things that we want to start when we get elected. Like sometimes ask Lawrence, what is one of the first things that you want to start when you become prime minister?
Yeah.
So he says, Ministry of Digital Affairs.
Awesome.
Because we think it's really important. For a lot of reasons. But yeah, I think, and we have a few other pointers in our election program, but I think the Ministry of Digital Affairs is the most important one.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, what would that mean, right? Because that's all nice and fun and all, and saying, yeah, we should have that, but what would they do, right?
So I think the first task of Ministry of Digital Affairs is to create first of all, yeah, I think multiple tasks. I think the most important one is to actually ensure that we as people have the sufficient amount of digital skills to live in the 21st century.
Right.
It means focus on study programs for children.
Right.
Like teach them how to deal with in the new digital age. Not only for children, but also for the government. It's also a way for the government to have its own digital knowledge base. Instead, every time what's happening now, we were laughing about the government screwing a lot of IT projects up. They hire a lot of external companies because they don't have the sufficient amount of knowledge within their own ranks. And then they cost a shitload of money. The taxpayer is paying that, and usually they fuck up or they have this big privacy issue.
Yeah.
And then they need to start all over again.
That's true.
So this whole Ministry of Digital Affairs is a way to get for the government to get its own expertise, and a way for the government to teach us as normal citizens how to deal in this digital age.
Fair enough. Also, Dutch Logger and Hulex, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for following. Awesome to be here. Please let us know if there's anything you would like to ask or talk about. We're talking about digitalization and the Ministry of Digital Affairs in the Netherlands and the Dutch elections. So let's see. We have a question from coordinating. Okay, so Cope's Girl says coordinating digital efforts, like make sure there is a shared national access point to improve sharing information. Right, so moving patient records. So that's an interesting thing, right? Electronic patients registration in the Netherlands is a bit of a hot iron. I know that there are a lot of other countries working that right now. But that would definitely fall under this issue as well. So is that something you'd say that the Ministry of Digital Affairs would have to pick up as well?
Definitely. I think, so we had in the Netherlands, we had a few privacy scandals, also with data of patients from hospitals that were leaked.
Yeah.
And the main reason therefore was because the people that was handling that information had no idea how to share that in a secure way, or how to deal with it, or how to store it in a secure way. And that's the problem. That also when I worked as a consultant for Deloitte, we go to our clients, like 99% of the times the problem is not some big virus or China attacking or the Russians or whatever. It's people not understanding how to work with the systems.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault. It's because you need to teach them. And sometimes systems are way too difficult. It needs to be user friendly. A lot of people forget that. But the government needs to take a leading role in this, and not let society fix itself. Because then you get these issues.
Yeah.
And then you get, like, for instance, I think 2 or 3 years ago, there was this big incident of, I think, the data of 100,000 patients from 3 hospitals that they were trying to share with Belgian hospitals for some reason. They put it on a website that wasn't secure, and all this data got leaked, and people were selling it.
Yeah.
And that's because they have no idea how to handle it, and they're not ready for the digital age. And that's a leading role the government needs to take in teaching all those people how to handle it. But it's difficult to teach people if you don't know it yourself.
Exactly, and if your system...
That brings us also back to the whole point of electing parliament members that have these skills, know how to check the government on these topics, and to ensure that the government actually has this expertise themselves.
So this ties into a question from Stitchin19. Having anyone with an IT background in government. So what do Laurens, Nilüfer, and Ernst have in the way of IT experience, or do they surround themselves with experts their plans for digitalization are good, but I'd like to know what their knowledge is. So yeah, how about that?
Well, I never talked to them about their digital knowledge, so I can't say for 100%. What I know is that they all three don't have any digital background. So it's a topic they need to get more skilled about. But what I like about Volt and our and I know the three very good, that Volt actually puts this on the agenda and shows it's willing to learn more about this topic and sees its importance. And that's something I see missing in a lot of political parties.
So it's really about the one thing that would definitely distinguish us is the fact that we are at least, like, our premise is we want to improve this regardless of what happens.
Yeah. And for instance, like when they get an interview where this topic is discussed, they always call me, ask me some pointers. So they're really willing to learn. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. So definitely surrounded by experts. This guy right here. Oh, in mirror image. This guy right here. Ooh, was that fancy? I found that very fancy. So yeah, there is a expert-driven culture idea about this. So if a candidate themselves don't know about any topic like this, then well, yeah, there are plenty of other people that do have this information and are definitely willing to share that. Which is,
what I like about I like about Volt is so we have team coordinators, we call them, and these are people that help write our election program and our policy program. So, for instance, my specialty was democracy and renewing democracy. So I talked about citizens' participation, etc. And we also had someone whose specialty is digitalization. So, and we have someone who's expert in climate, on education, on nuclear energy. So every time we have questions, we know how to find these people. So for me also, I don't know, like I know my stuff about digitalization, but I don't know everything. So sometimes if I struggle with something, I call this person. And that's really cool with Volt. It's a really, it's an open community where people are helping each other and we have so much expertise in our party that I trust that we can handle every topic that comes to in our way.
I mean, up until this point, I have not seen any anything that has proven that statement wrong. There are teams for just about everything, and when there isn't one, apparently one is in the make, and with the amount of member growth we're currently going through, that's only going to increase, I'm guessing.
I'm only talking now about Volt Netherlands, and what's so cool about our party is that we're a European party, so we have a huge network that we can use to find the right expertise.
That's true. So Guimarães said, what would be the best way to make people embrace open source software?
So I don't think people are the problem in embracing open software. I think the government needs to embrace open source software. And that's especially in the Dutch government, they have issues with transparency, especially our prime minister. And I think it's one of the key things also that the Ministry of Digital Affairs that we want to introduce needs I think that one of the main things the government needs to do, especially now we had some big scandals where, like, for instance, the tax paying system used algorithms based on ethnicity, and they're not transparent about it, so we don't know what actually went there, and they are now only going to start the research about it, so it gives them enough time to put it in, to throw it all away. So the government needs to be way more transparent about what they're doing, what kind of software they're using, why they're using it, and not only for us to see what they're doing, but also it helps to improve it, actually, that we make it more secure, and we all know, it's our freaking government, so it's our right to see what they're using and how we can improve it.
So basically, aside from the fact that they need to be more transparent, using open source software would also maybe democratize government practices in that regard. So that's definitely,
and also make it more secure.
yeah, that's definitely something to strive towards. So I don't
And
know.
I think that's also in our it's also in our mapping of policies,
Yeah.
and it's also in the Dutch election program
It is
that we encourage the government to use way more open source software.
It's a running joke in the Dutch IT landscape to bash a bit about government projects. Also, the people working for the government in that regard are partake in that, insofar as it's just really difficult to get it right. But at the same time, when you look at the history of all government projects, it's just interesting to see how expensive things are and how the end product is, well, could be a lot better. Let's be frank. It's the public transport system was very costly, and now it works decent-ish. But it's still, well, let's not bash
they
too
work
much.
they work yeah, no, but they work still in the old system of and they're stuck in their old ways. Instead of currently when we work, like especially now big companies work with Scrum, and like everyone's fast, constantly improving the SecOps, and that's something that the government doesn't do.
No, it's really not. But the companies they hire, they do that.
Yeah, and for instance, Deloitte, and they pay us like a lot of money to fix it for them. So yeah, that's why we say let's put a Ministry of Digital Affairs and get these expertise ourselves.
Exactly, that makes perfect sense. Is there a country that would be a bit of an inspiration in that regard that you know about? Like you hear a lot of good stuff about Finland or Estonia.
Yeah, so Estonia is really far with the e-identity, and that's something we're looking into also involved. I think both on European and both on national level.
Yeah. What is an e-identity? Can you explain that real quick?
Yeah, it's like a person. It's in Holland, in the Netherlands, we have something. It's called DigiD. It's a bit similar, and it's like an identity, a digital identity in which you can do your business, create a bank account, buy a house.
Yeah.
It's like an identity card, but digital.
It's a digital identity card, right? So you can do your government handling via that ID. You won't have to go to the post office anymore and be verified by a human, because it's secure enough to basically say this is you whenever you want to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. No, I just wanted to say you asked me for countries for inspiration. So yeah, I guess the Estonia is, I think, the most perfect example for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So isn't also a big problem with open source software the economical aspect, especially for big technical companies?
In what way? You mean that they want to keep their own technology?
Yeah. So I think. If I read the comments, so there are of course a lot of stakeholders with IT projects, which would not be very happy if government starts using open source software. That might be a problem, of course, but at the same time, the public. I would say that the public argument very much outweighs private interests like that, but. Maybe
I agree.
You have a different take.
No, I agree with you, especially in a party as involved, where what I really liked about our MOP, our mapping of policies, in which we have the policy of all Europe, is that one of the key focus points is transparency and get citizens empowerment. And I think open source software is something that perfectly fits into that. Into that vision.
Yeah. So would you maybe transposing that onto the European level to also tie into Valker and Darklok's question, would this be transposable to the European level? So have a European ID card maybe have an open source data or open source landscape for on the European level. Really, just make a European infrastructure rather than a Dutch one.
That would be really cool. I would fully support that. And yeah, it's something because I'm not sure. I don't think that's something we're saying now.
Yeah.
In our policies, but I think that's really worth a discussion. It's probably a vision, and it's maybe gonna only happen in 100 years,
Right.
unfortunately. But yeah, it's something I think it would be really great to talk about.
Okay.
And yeah, so next GA, full European GA,
let's talk about it.
Really cool idea.
A European landscape. Yeah, we on the European level, there's also a initiative for a European data landscape, which is more about machine learning and AI and that kind of stuff. But this would be way broader than that. And I am getting in a lot of questions here, so that's really cool. If you want, if you're ready for it, so we have here Matthijs Schmidtman. If you want to roll out this European identity across the EU, it will need integration with a variety of existing infrastructures and governments that might have requirements, limitations on cryptography, for example. You might have to reduce the standards to the lowest common denominator if you want to have it really available to all countries. How do you see this challenge? Ooh. That was a sentence.
Ooh, that's a difficult question. I think it's a broader sense in the way that, yeah, everything that we're proposing now, also for these elections, our whole election program states that we're looking for European solutions for the challenges we see today, if it's climate change or security.
Yeah.
And how do we get all these European countries on board and ensure that we have this common vision and common goals that we work to, and we use common policies and learn from each other. Yeah, I think that's a really big challenge, and I think the best way to deal with this challenge is to have Volt elected as much as possible throughout all the European Union on each level, so that we can talk about our European vision and show other people what we learn from each other.
So you make you make a very good point. You make a really good point here, because Volt is you could perceive Volt as a method to coordinate throughout different countries in a way that is aligned to each other because of things like our mapping of policy. So I can vividly remember the nuclear energy debates going on and still going on right now within Volt Europe, where we could actually find something of a compromise between Germany and France, and we could definitely help out. Such a debate could definitely help out formulating a pan-European digitalization effort as well. I would argue.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's like our unique selling point also, because one of the things that I really like to say during interviews is our election program is it's a shared vision, and it was written by thousands of Europeans throughout the European Union. And it's a really cool thing. We have this common vision we work on to in the whole of Europe, and it's something also it's work in progress in the sense that I got a question this week that I found really interesting. That was, so now that you will be elected into Parliament, what happens if 1 month from now, Volt Europe decides that they are against nuclear energy, for instance, and now we are propagating that we see nuclear energy as a solution for the time being. What are you going to do? How can you explain that to your voters? And it's something that we need to think about, and it's a situation that maybe can occur in the coming years, because Volt is participating in more elections and is going to get elected in different countries throughout Europe.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult task to ensure that we keep this shared vision it's not easy, and we need to be transparent and honest about it. We're a new party, and we're gonna struggle with it, and it will take a lot of debates, like the example you gave with the nuclear energy, and eventually we found each other. And with each topic, we will have these debates with each other, and these debates are going to be more and more and more because we're going to get more attention. We're going to grow, like the Netherlands. Here in Volt, the Netherlands already grew
insanely. Yeah.
And yeah, but I think, and it will take time, and it's a difficult thing. It's really difficult, and it's really challenging to find each time a shared vision with all these Europeans. But this is like the challenge that we took up on ourselves when Volt was created.
And it's so worth it too, isn't it?
Exactly. That's the whole point. It's worth it. And it makes us maybe like more unique than other parties, and it's also ensures that it will take, it's more time consuming process for us to maybe create policy, to think about policy, to talk about policy. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole thing about being a European party. We are European, and it's that's the difference with national politics.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I just had a flare of a thought, and one of the big issues. So my background is philosophy and political science, and in that regard, I have often dealt with the question about how to overcome the tragedy of the commons within Europe. And loosely translated, that means there are so many different national interests that it is almost impossible to make different countries talk to each other. And I just realized that the Volt is a bit of a solution to that matter, because we can come to a conclusion ourselves and then spread the policy or advocate the policy throughout the different countries. And which is I think totally unrelated, but still very cool, I find.
No, but yeah, also this event, I mean, it's really cool that we have all these people from all over Europe joining and talking about policy. How can we improve Europe and how we can improve the Netherlands? And maybe I told something about the Netherlands, and someone from Germany or Portugal thought, hey, this is a really cool idea. Why shouldn't we do this here? Yeah. And I found it also really cool when I can tell, when I'm in interviews and I can tell, we have this really cool digital tool workplace in which we can share our ideas, and you had these election movie from Frankfurt. I don't know if everyone saw it.
Oh yeah, really they look really good actually. If you haven't, then please look it up, because it's very impressive.
Yeah, and this whole movie was based on best practices, and we are also now going to create one because we thought, oh, this is so cool, so now this week we're also creating one for ourselves in our campaign.
Awesome.
And today we had an activity with Volt Germany, one of the elected officials in Germany, and our number 1 and 2, Lawrence and Nilofer.
Yeah.
To see what we can do for in cooperation with border regions. So, for instance, we border with Germany. So how can we help the cities that are on the border with Germany? And what can Germany learn from the cities on the border with the Netherlands? And these things are so cool in the European Party. And that's what makes us unique. And that's what Europe needs right now.
For sure.
A shared vision, shared goals, and a shared solution.
And there you have it. So we are definitely going to also play a game. Got some questions like where's Among Us? And that's a good point. Normally we try to switch it up a bit, but I was really invested in this talk because I find it very, very interesting at the same time. So apologies. Are you ready for a game, Itay?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm going to play it, so I hope I don't disappoint.
Ooh, exciting! All right, so let's see what we can do then.
It's already a good excuse from the start.
I'm going to switch the game mode. Give me a second. And there we have. Voila. Okay, so at this point you need to join. Let's see who is all going on. And are there other people that would like to join in as well? Let me know, because we have a space for about 10 people, I'm thinking. Okay, taking a page. Ooh.
We do indeed have space for some more people. Whoever is interested, you can join via our Discord server. The link is in the description of our channel. And there we have a gaming area. Our host, Mike, will generate a code in a few seconds and share that in the channel there.
I will do that. I will open it up for 10 people to join. And let's see. The code will be shared here in a second. Give me a sec. Okay. Let's see. Oh no. Itay left. And there he is back again. Let's see. We have... Alright, Draco, it's in the Twitch workplace. I can't do the Twitch right now. Maybe you can share it in the Twitch thing, please.
Yes, I'll do that.
Awesome. Alright, so I see that we do not have proper... Oh no. There we go. And there we go. So, let's see.
Who's Kamerad?
That's a good question. So the code is in the Vault Discord server, and if you want to join, PM Draco, please. We have space still. Is everything working, Itay? Do you need help getting in?
Yeah, I think I need to ask to join.
Yeah, so you have a join game button in the Among Us, and from there we can there's a code which you can enter, and then you should be able to join. So, and also this is this game is a how do you say that
By
in
the way,
English?
is it okay if I pull a community member in?
I think so, yeah.
Hello there.
Right, we're getting some more people.
Awesome.
Those who are on Discord, just join an audio channel. We will move you to this channel. You have the code in the game discussion text channel, and just open Among Us, free for mobile devices, and I'm not mistaken, it might be €3 to €4 on Steam.
Yes.
And yeah, join us for this round of Among Us. That'll be fun.
It will be fun. It will be amazing. I am very bad at this, so you will get to bash me, and that's always a freebie on a Saturday night, of course. And if you don't know who I am, I'm the guy with a piece of cheese on his head, because I really do like cheese. I am very stereotypical in that regard, and I do that without any shame.
Now, for the people who just joined us in the voice channel, the code is in game discussion on the Discord server. I just put it into your Among Us game.
Yes.
All right.
And indeed, Valkyren Dartlock, I am a kaaskop, and very proudly so, because I really do like me my cheese, and I will wear it as a badge of honor. It will...
Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. And there we have Itay as well. Welcome. So we are still in the lobby, Itay. Itay, do you have any basic insights of how the game works? Have you read a manual?
No, but I think I'll work it out. I understood it's not really complicated.
It's not. In essence, it's not. In reality, it is. Well, I find it very difficult. The idea behind it is that you perform complete tasks. Unless you are the imposter, then you try to stab people secretly and make sure that you're the last one left.
Cool.
And don't you dare marinate Itay. Everyone.
Oh. No, it's a challenge to do so now, of course. My Among Us is giving me the error, so I have to restart it real quick.
That's all right.
No problem.
We have 6 people in the game right now. Place for 4 more if that's interesting. Please do come on if you feel like it and join us to play Among Us and humiliate MagicMike.
Yes.
Thank you. At one point we will play a game where I'm maybe a bit better at. Maybe. It will not be Rocket League, it will not be Among Us, it will basically be that old people game which people thought like, oh, is that still a thing? Well, that's me. It's Age of Empires. I really like that game.
Me too.
It's my favorite.
New HD edition.
Of course.
Yes.
It's
2 or
beautiful.
3.
And at one point, I would like to maybe do a Vault game with 8 people and place 8 European nations, and then see which nation comes out on top, just to appeal to our non-existing nationalist sentiments.
Okay, Nelson just joined.
Hello, Barge. Thank you for joining. Can we enable anonymous votes and set the speed time a tiny bit higher? Yes, we can. I think we should definitely.
Okay, I think it might be my Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna try on 4G real quick.
All right. Okay, so let's see. I cannot. Ooh, that's interesting. What? There we go. The rules. What can I?
Hello there.
Hey ho.
Oh damn, I don't have a name. Wait, I changed that.
By the way, we are 10 people in the Discord voice channel right now, so if everyone would join,
yes,
we'd be full.
I'm gonna try one more time. I might have to leave if this last shot doesn't work.
Is this going to be streamed on Twitch?
This is being streamed on Twitch
right now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I assumed because of the name of the channel, but
yes. Well, I mean, if you have something really secret to hide, then don't spill the beans.
nah. Stem fault safety math.
Oh, perfect.
Dat is a good one, yes.
Wel stemmen op nummer 11.
Yes.
Yes, stemvol nummer 11. Perfect.
Who's number 11?
Me.
Yes, we are having
to get full, if I'm not mistaken.
We are. We have one more person that can join. Also, as a as a reiteration of what's going on, we are having a Saturday night with Volt, Saturday game with Volt, and our guest speaker is Itay, the number 11 of the Dutch candidate list, and we're talking about digitalization and the Ministry of Digital Affairs. Also, before I forget, there is a super awesome Twitter channel and Instagram account in the make, but that Twitter channel is very much up and running. It's called the Ministry of Digital Affairs, or in Dutch, MinDZ, and they talk about all things related to this. It's please do check it out because it's really awesome. It's being maintained by our party. It's a spoof account, but it's also really cool. It's right there in the chat. Thank you so much.
Okay. Roller with that, are you still having problems to join?
Yes, I'm having problems, so I'm gonna have to maybe try it again later. I'm sorry.
No worries, and all good. Let's get started then, people. Are you all ready?
I'll hop back into the stream. See you guys.
See ya.
Sure.
Let's get started indeed.
All right. Let's see if I
Right.
can be an inconspicuous little piece of cheese.
We should mute now, right? Yeah.
Well, we should not talk about game details. Feel free
Exactly.
to
We can talk
what
about
you had for lunch.
about
Or
that.
hot
We can
policies.
talk about politics still. So maybe Itay, if you're busy, you could maybe also talk a bit about how it's going in the Dutch elections, if you feel like it and you have time.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, things are going pretty good for us at least, and yeah. So the ruling party already for the last 10 years is still going really good in the polls. Also, our prime minister is probably going to be again the same guy as
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
Mark Rutte.
Mark Rutte, exactly.
Wait, wasn't there an incident where parts of them resigned?
Oh,
Uh,
shit, what?
Oh, we have the dead body.
Yeah, there were a
Oh,
bunch
no.
of scandals with that party.
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
okay.
where?
So let's. There
Body-
is a dead body found, and we need to talk about this. Has anyone
Yeah.
seen anything?
I saw the body on cams. There was a guy doing medical too. Who was that?
Well,
Alright. I'm not very familiar with this map, but I was in the southwest, if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, I was too. I saw barge working in the southwest. I can verify this.
I
Not
saw
medical,
orange.
Yep. Just wondering, where was the? Yeah, where was Black? Where was the corpse?
The corpse was near the lava pit.
The lava pit, even. Anyone seen anything?
No,
No?
just
Okay.
I did,
Nobody
but I'm
answered.
the one who's dead, so
All right, so I'm going to.
Not allowed to
I'm
talk.
going to skip the vote then.
Yeah,
Right.
no evidence here.
No evidence.
We are really into evidence-based
Evidence.
decision making.
Exactly. We are an evidence-based party, aren't we? We should make sure that we stick to our guns in that regard and not devolve into a tribalist setting. Like last time when I was brutally murdered by a band of irate team members. Whoa. Not okay.
It was totally an accident.
Ooh, someone voted Draco.
Wasn't
Really?
me.
Excuse me.
No one was
All right.
ejected. All right, so back at the question. So yes, the VVD, the last government fell. It is now a demissionaire government, which means an acting government without a proper mandate. And what is going on is that they keep on ruling until the elections are done. And but yes, at the same time, we are doing really well right now as Volt.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically everything in the recent polls, I believe, show that Volt would get a seat in the parliament, so that's nice.
Basically, all the polls say as such.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the first time Volt will be in the parliament.
Yeah, it's
Throughout Europe.
super exciting. Like a national
It's a
parliament.
big kickoff.
It will also set a very nice precedent for the rest of Europe. Hopefully, they can just also, get some momentum due to the Dutch victories. And we are very much having at least one seat right now, as it looks like. But we are definitely going to try for 3. Am I right?
Yeah, we're going for 3, and I'm sure that we're gonna get
Shit.
3 also.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a bunch of deads now.
2 people died.
Yes. It was very painful, but I keep doing my work.
Yeah.
Okay, so who I saw around would be Zestre and Draco. They
Yeah,
ran around pretty naturally
was
around the
following
map
you.
doing tasks.
Who walked into the chamber with you? Like
What chamber?
Like the, the thing. You go
Sterilization
into,
thing.
clothes. Yeah.
Oh, good question. I don't remember.
I just got in there rather recently. I went through and then south. I just did the numbers thing.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where was the body?
So I was on my way to O2, so to the left side, coming out from admin.
Yeah, somewhere close to the west, southwest, kind of.
Yep.
So I was following Eli, and not far away was Kamerad.
Yeah, I was just wondering, Kamerad, what were you up to?
I went through the decontamination the start of the round, and then the seismic, the relators, the reactor seismic was gone off, so I went up, fixed it, and then I had the task left, the decontamination.
Okay, and Itay?
I was just walking around,
Oh, interesting.
still
Well,
figuring out how it works.
Yeah, well, I'm done with my task, so that's what I was doing. March?
El Koga, how come you went into sanitation and then just left?
I mean, there is.
I was doing the wiring at the top right, and I'm gonna skip the vote, and then I was done with my task.
6 seconds left. Ooh.
Yeah, and a double kill will mean the end of us. So,
Anyone want to be followed around?
no, please don't. A double kill will literally end the game. So this might not have been very smart.
Ooh. So, Stitchin19 asks, it is a big step, though I'm curious how big Volt is outside of Central Europe, like how big is Volt in Southern and Eastern Europe? Well, actually, Volt Romania just got its official status as a political party, am I right? This is something really exciting that was just announced, and yeah, big overall. Also very important is the fact that oh yeah, I'm pulling up an O2 canister. Volt is really big in Italy as well. It's growing a lot in Spain, Portugal, and yeah, it's all. We are growing all throughout Europe. Of course, there is a big bit of a lead in Germany and the Netherlands right now, but I'm pretty sure that over time that will be caught up as well in the other countries.
Right, how big is big in this case? Ah, shit.
How big? So we have Volt Netherlands just reached the 2,000 members. What was it? 3,000? Really?
Yep.
Oh goodness! Oh no!
Well.
Oh damn!
Well.
How the tables turn, Draco! How the tables turn!
What a surprise, or maybe not.
Traitor.
It is painful. 3,000 members for the Netherlands and 2,400 for Germany, I believe.
All right.
And that is very much an outdated number as well, because we are growing so fast that it's very difficult to keep tabs. In fact, as the data analytics lead, I am responsible for making sure that this goes well. But apparently getting member data for whole of Europe is difficult. Who would have guessed that several different countries with their own administrative systems is difficult to measure? Well, it really is. I have to say, Mike Winkel, the person really responsible for making these reports, is making a huge effort, and it's going really well. So we are looking into making country-specific reports as well as a European report for every month. And I think we can get started with our next game, can we? Is everyone ready?
We had 9, didn't we? Currently
yeah, we
8.
did. We lost someone on the way. Someone rage quitted, I think. Like already. Like, I'm sorry.
Who are we missing?
Yeah, someone is not in.
So Draco's here, I'm here.
Itay is not in. Can you get in, Itay?
Oh.
Oh, how do I?
Press play again in the bottom right.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, that I understand. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There you are.
Thanks.
All right.
Code Y1 is asking, is there still a free spot for the next round?
There is.
Of course, just join us in the Discord. If you haven't been there, just introduce yourself into the introduction channel and join the gaming channel. We can pull you in.
Yes. And there is one spot left, so we can wait for a bit. Also, Itay, you have a bit of a strict deadline to leave, right? It is at 10:30. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So that is that would be good to maybe have one more game, then talk and round up the very interesting interview. And then we will go back to Among Us again. So we will play one game, and then the other people here can still keep on going. But we will also have a bit of a chat still. All right.
All of us are here.
And
Actually, someone wanted to join.
Code Y has just joined, and
Perfect.
for your information,
thanks for
Code
the
Y,
invite.
the game code is in the game discussion channel.
Perfect. Yes. All right, we are just waiting a moment until the last person can join, and then we are with a full crew. Also, in the Netherlands, you have a children's game which is loosely related to this, and it's called Werewolves, and it's a very fun game actually.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I think it's an international thing as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's an international thing for sure.
Yeah,
it is.
I've seen it being played on American-hosted Discord servers.
There are
So.
also many different iterations.
Yes.
Yes, some call it Mafia.
It's called Mafia International. Okay, I didn't know that. So.
And
I know it is Werewolf.
It's
there's also.
Yeah, fun fact for me is I'm a troop leader for scouting and for the Cub Scouts, and they played the story of Jungle Book. So there it is called the Jungle Game, and rather than being eaten by a werewolf, you're being eaten by Shere Khan, and you are a villager, and you need to survive a stray tiger, basically, which is quite horrible. You know, it's a children's game. Come on.
I mean, werewolves aren't horrible.
No, they're cute, right? Haven't you seen
no
Twilight?
matter how you describe them. No.
Code Y, are you having issues joining? Or?
In Harry Potter, werewolves.
Yeah, I'm having
scary.
some troubles joining actually.
You need to connect into the European server. Is that okay with you? Or
Oh, I hear a beep.
Are you connected to the European servers?
Yeah, I am. I'll just restart the game. You can start the round.
All right, then we get started.
Right, let's go.
All right. Okay. So let's do this.
Let's do what?
Let's do some chores.
Oh, well, I'm not really into this map.
No,
I
it's
don't
difficult
know
for me too.
what to do here. Oh! I just understood the task. Difficult.
Yeah, so, can you please tell us a bit more about, oh no.
Shit.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
found someone in the O2 area.
2
I
deaths,
found
guys.
Kamal there.
I I was with MagicMike in
Yeah.
like the northeastern building, as well as Nelson. I saw him as well with the rocket, I believe.
Yeah.
But he left the second time I went into that room.
Yeah, to the left, and then down to this lava pit, or what it is, to this temperature thing.
So I can verify that I was with that I saw Barge. So it's in a northeast, right? Yeah, northeast.
That's where this building is.
Yeah.
The comrade was killed in the southwest. I was there alone filling tasks. Didn't see much else, sadly.
I walked just with the Woony, and I was checking vitals just as the body got reported.
So that leaves
Draco
and whoever. So that leaves Draco and whoever didn't speak just now between Itay and Zestra.
Draco self-report out.
Oh, I can just say I didn't do it.
Same here.
Statistically speaking, Draco, you've been it quite often, so I'm in doubt whether to believe statistics believe statistics and say you should not be it, or my gut feeling and say, oh, come on, Draco.
So rationally,
again,
if I was the one murdering, I would make sure that I'd have an alibi before reporting a murder.
Yeah.
Okay, then do you have an alibi?
Or be like me.
Sadly, I did not. I do
right.
Not.
Great. That's a vote for Draco then.
Excuse
Let's
me.
vote randomly.
It's not particularly random.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a shame.
How many imposters are there right now?
Two.
Oh.
Yeah.
One left if we were right.
I'm dead.
And 2 left if we were wrong, and I don't know where to go. Oh, I just went here.
Shit, I went the wrong way. Anyway,
By the way, even if you're dead, you should probably do the tasks.
Yeah, anyway, we were talking about politics, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Where were we?
Where were we? Politics. Doing stuff with politics while talking.
I vaguely recall this whole thing being about digitalization.
Very, very much, yes. We are going to talk about that a bit more in a bit as well on Twitch. But maybe it's also interesting to keep talking about how it's going in the Dutch elections right now, because at the same time we see all the candidates talking a lot about in the media as well. I need to go up. Oh, that's not there. Crap. There. Alright, so what kind of media stuff is out there, Itay? What's in the plans?
So we have a debate coming up in a week from now on the biggest talk show in the Netherlands, Op 1.
Yeah.
In which we are going to discuss about Europe with Joost Eerdmans.
Mm-hmm.
He's the political leader of a party called Yes 21, and they are right conservatives.
Yeah.
So they're not so happy about Europe.
They are not. So that's going to go for a wild debate. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's the poison. Okay. It's the poison cheese.
Sorry, Draco.
I mean, I think we're too democratic to play this game.
Yeah, very sad, very sad.
It's all the time like, it
maybe
be evidence-based.
Switch up the map.
All right, people. I am going to go and switch back to the interview part. I do very much, offer you to stay here, but I would like to kick all of you out of our interview chat for now, so we can get back to that.
All right.
All right. Have fun.
Cheers.
All right. So there we go. Itay, can you maybe turn on your camera again?
Yes, one sec.
All set, all set. There you go. Now you can see the very pretty setup here. It is Discord overlain with images. Thank you, OBS Streamlabs. Really cool. And we're back again to round up our talk. How did you like the game? Was it a fascinating first time, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a bit challenging still, and you still need to get used to it. So I like to play games. I'm a gamer. But because of the elections, the last time I played a game, I think it was 3 months ago, because I don't have any time for it anymore.
Yeah.
But I hope after the elections are finished, then I'm gonna buy a PlayStation 5.
Ooh,
I already
nice.
decided for myself, and buy the new Harry Potter game that's coming out.
Awesome.
That looked really cool.
So, Harry Potter game. So I'm a bit out of the loop as well. It's really busy, as you say. Campaigns, Vault, double full-time job. But
yeah, so they're bringing out a Harry Potter game, like a bit like Skyrim's way, and then you have like this open world game where you can just be
awesome.
a wizard, and that sounds really cool.
That's really cool. Awesome. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm the last game I played on the PS is Horizon Zero Dawn, which
I have that one.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm in awe. At some points it really brought tears to my eyes. Actually, it was so good. And
I haven't played it yet, but I heard of it.
Really? Well, you're in for a treat then, because it's good. Part 2 is coming out on the PS5 as well. So yeah, it's you can go at it.
Cool. How many people are actually tuned in?
Right now, it's I think there are 28 viewers, but it is a revolving thing. So sometimes we are, the amount of unique viewers is a lot higher usually.
Cool.
But people just tend to watch in and go out. But we are growing very fast, actually. I'm very surprised by that. So let's see. We were talking about digital affairs and the e-identity. So let's see if there are a few people that want to ask questions.
Yeah, or even about the Dutch elections or the campaign.
Exactly. So let's pick it up with... There are quite some households in the Netherlands that don't have the financial resources to keep up with the digital revolution. For example, families with multiple children that need to follow classes from home. I know Volt wants to increase equality. Would a Ministry of Digital Affairs would have a function to support here?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. One of our proposals in the education system is also to teach children how to handle with new digital products and new digital software. Not only children, by the way, also the more elderly people who are struggling in this new digital age. And for us, equality is key, especially in the education system. So we believe that the government should do everything that's possible to create a level playing field. So if we give digital classes, and if now, for instance, children who are stuck at home with Corona, because of the Corona situation, and don't have the digital means to participate in classes or anything, then we believe it's the task of the government to give the school enough subsidies that they can buy laptops for these children in order to ensure that they can participate with everything. And this is also something after Corona, we believe that the school itself, together with subsidies from the government, should do everything that's possible to create a level playing field. So it means, buy the necessary products for children in order to have their own laptop to work on, or if there are digital classes that everyone gets the same products to use.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point. You're completely right. We saw now with the Corona crisis that there are, especially the poorest fourth classes that they had issues with keeping up with it because they don't have the digital means at home.
Yeah, so not having the means to buy things should not be a reason to not be able to participate in society in a normal way, right? That's
yeah, definitely, absolutely.
That's one of the
key
huge things, which is unfortunately, of course, having good hardware, good software as a child becomes more and more important. Right.
Yeah, and also having an internet connection. Not everyone has that yet.
Yeah.
Even like in a Western big successful country and the Netherlands in the West, like I think it should be digital rights to have an internet connection.
Digital rights. You base a very good point there. What's your take on that? Should there be something like there has been mentioned universal digital rights, right? That's a thing.
Yeah, and then universal, definitely. But that's sort of on the European level, as we're a European party. Yeah, we should have some basic rights written down that states like our right to privacy, our right to have ownership of our own data, rights to have an internet connection, because it's something that's so critical in the century that we live now. And if we want to keep up and ensure that everyone in Europe keeps up, doesn't matter what age they have, then that's something that we need to be taking care of.
So that's you also touch on Europe and right to privacy, because the EU does have a bit of a checkered past in that regard, right? That's something that
I think people are much more aware because of GDPR about privacy. It's also something that when I worked as a cyber consultant, everyone was. It was really funny that they didn't have any they didn't pay any attention to cybersecurity, but privacy was like a big thing. So workers would get a lot of training on what kind of data they can see and they can't see, but they weren't given training on how to store the data or to ensure that actually people know how to transfer the data, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you see also cyber consultancy firms are the last couple of years are being really successful because of this whole GDPR thing. And what we try to teach is also when you create software, but like privacy by design, that needs to be really important.
Privacy by design, that's very I like that. That's it's different than the latest Dutch government scandal, right? The Dutch IT scandal.
Yeah, and I want to cut them some slack because like they're in the middle of a pandemic and they had to they had to react really quickly. So if you react really quickly, you make mistakes, especially if you are put into a new crisis situation you haven't been before.
Yeah,
that's why I'm a bit careful of being really critical. But the way when you have this big privacy scandal and you have this minister standing on the speaking chair in front of Parliament and saying, we couldn't, it sucks and it was a mistake, but that's just the way it is. That really angered me because, then I'm like, the discussion we had before, bring in the digital expertise and tell people, we fucked up, but we're now going to ensure that it's not going to happen again, and we will hire the right people for the government so to prevent it ever from happening again, instead of just accepting that like we have medical data now of hundreds of thousands of people on the streets being sold. I think it's something we're more aware of than let's say 10 years ago, but there's still so much to learn. And I think that's also, if we bring it back to the Ministry of Digital Affairs, awareness training. The people working like in each sector is so important, and the government doesn't have any they don't give any direction to it. You have organizations like Bits for Freedom. It's a Dutch organization that deals with cyber awareness and privacy, and they give trainings in libraries. Really important organization to people, and everyone can come and just they give you like really basic stuff. What's two-factor authentication? Why should I change my password frequently? When I walk away, lock your computer. really basic stuff, or storing information on the cloud. And it's so stupid that we need to have like this organization that like only survives with people donating money, instead that the government gives these really basic trainings to people.
Yeah.
Because it costs society also a lot. It's a shame.
It feels like expediting core governmental tasks to a private or a non-governmental institution just to get rid of it, and not having it under your own portfolio, rather than take ownership of what is quite clearly a revolution going on throughout the whole of society, which you are just not doing. And that's
we're always too late.
Always two steps
behind.
We're
always too late. And then there's some crisis going on, and then we suddenly move really fast, and people push money into it. But because we don't have the right expertise, not in the government and not in parliament, they usually fuck up. And then we can start this whole process. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and that's why that's good that we're participating in these elections.
For sure. So
time for.
Yeah. So I'm going to put in a little vote Volt here right now. Thank you, Reinier, for doing this. It's a very beautiful GIF, but please vote Volt. But what you're describing really reminds me of an episode of South Park where Man Bear Pig is finally acknowledged. I don't know if this is something that people know about, but Man Bear Pig is South Park's allegory for climate change. And South Park basically has been skeptical of climate change up until a year or 4 ago, where they basically had to admit, right, we made a mistake. Climate change is real. It's happening. It's a big problem. And they let Man Bear Pig, which is half man, half bear, but also half pig, interestingly, maul people to shreds. And their response was, what can we do now? Right? It's out there. What can we do? And it feels a bit like this, that the Dutch government does the same thing with digital affairs, right? It's out there. What can we do, right? Oh, a big scandal just happened. What needs to be done? And we should.
Yeah,
get...
and this will only change if they're aware of what's happening around them, and also if they're willing to. And it's also like, I wouldn't say our fault, but we need to elect officials that know about this stuff and that see the importance of it. And if we keep voting for the same kind of people, we're gonna get the same amount. Yeah, we're gonna get what we always got.
Yeah. So what's the saying again? A donkey doesn't hit the rock twice. I think that's a Dutchism, though. So apologies if that doesn't take if that doesn't hold in English.
Yeah, but there's a saying: if you do what you did, you get what you got.
Yeah.
So it's and it's not only in the sense of digitalization. There are so many things that I think we can improve our government and elected officials with, but it's also our responsibility to choose different people with different backgrounds.
Yeah. Rather than this is it.
It's great diversity in parliament. That's really important, and not only based on gender, culture, or ethnicity, but also based on
expertise.
And educational backgrounds.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. This is the one. So don't expect things to change when you keep doing the same thing. And I have another question from Matthijs Schmidman. Government IT jobs are notoriously underpaid compared to commercial IT jobs, which means you're left with either underskilled people or the most idealistic. Does Volt think this new ministry should have competitive salaries with the industry? And where should that money come from?
Yeah, you're completely right. So with Deloitte, I also see we get a lot of people who worked in government organizations and left and came to work for us, because they get paid much more.
Yeah.
And you hear this story a lot, not only in the IT industry, but also like in military, healthcare. So there are a lot of positions that this is happening. And the government needs to accept that if they want to be, if they want to move ahead and work with a vision, then they need to have skilled people for it, and they need to make if you want to have skilled people, you need money.
Or any other way of incentivizing, right? That can be very broad.
Exactly. Yeah, invest a lot in research and innovation. A lot of people, especially from the tech world, love to work on new innovative ideas.
Yeah.
And especially this is such a European topic. Let's put this European budget for innovation. Let's work together with all the different countries. And that can be a really good incentive to attract people that say, hey, we have this huge research budget in which you can just try out new things and create new products that can really help our societies throughout all of Europe, throughout all the world.
Yeah.
And to answer the final question, where does the money need to come from? So at Volt, like in our election program, we say we need to raise the taxes for the people who have the most money. We believe also we need to raise taxes for the big tech companies on European level. But I completely agree. If the government wants to get serious about digitalization, about the military industry, for instance, then they need to invest in it.
For sure. Yeah. So I had a really great question and it just slipped my mind. That's okay though. I would just like to also reiterate again that there is a very cool Twitter account. It's called MinDZ for the Dutch people. It's about the Ministry of Digital Affairs. It's a Volt related account, and we do talk about policy on that account as well. So please look it up. It's really cool. And thank you for sharing, Draco. On that note, let's see. So we have talked about the Ministry of Digital Affairs, what they want to do. Are there some key projects yourself that you would like to see incorporated in that in the MinDZ? And thank you, X-Rail, for joining. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm a cyber security consultant, and I dealt a lot with cyber threat intel. So that means I analyze cyber threats and for our clients to find out who is targeting them and how are they targeting them and how can you secure yourself. And I always walk into the same issue that people make a lot of just silly mistakes, and it's not because they're not skilled or they're not smart enough, but it's because they just don't know. So, for instance, a phishing email, criminals are really skilled these days how to write a really good phishing email.
Yeah, it's no longer the Nigerian prince anymore. Sorry to burst people's bubble, but if you get one of those, you're 15 years behind.
So we had this scandal here, I think it was a year ago. A Dutch CEO transferred millions of euros based on an email of his fellow CEO in France. Because he didn't check. And it's just, they don't know, especially like the business side of a company. They have no idea how to deal with cyber threats. And it's because there's no one is putting any effort into awareness. And when we get to the board of our case, they usually don't see it really as a threat because it's something, it's not like you can't see it. They only start feeling it when they're losing money.
Yeah.
So it's something the government should put much more effort to create awareness for it. And also we have a lot of cyber threats. We have like the Russians. Now in today there was this whole article in the news about spreading false news, and that's also something really relevant for elections. Like we already have seen, for instance, the Brexit, where how it can go really wrong, and also the Trump getting elected. So I think the whole Ministry of Digital Affairs, one of the first things that should be done is work on awareness, train people in that people need to get the skills and the knowledge in order to see what kind of news is fake. How can I see when something is a phishing email or not? How can I create a secure password? explain them what Wi-Fi is, explain how the internet works. It's so basic stuff, and it's stuff that we use everywhere in our society, and people have no idea what to do with it or how it functions.
Yeah, it's really just making a whole new infrastructure which has never existed before, and make people aware. Basically, getting into a car, right? It really reminds me of like
exactly.
a century ago, where people had to get used to cars on the street rather than horse carriages.
And like I'm 27, and I remember that when I was in elementary school, I got computer classes, but computer classes meant typing on a keyboard without looking what you're typing, so on your keyboard itself. So nothing about security or the internet or anything related to that.
Yeah.
I hope now that in elementary schools and high schools they give more attention to it. But like my nieces and nephews, when I talk to them, I don't get the feeling that they're really learning a lot about it. And I see now Deloitte, for instance, gives cybersecurity training in high schools. And I know other big companies are doing the same. And it's a nice way of doing something back for society, and it's a positive thing. But they're jumping into a hole that the government is leaving out. So the focus should be much more on awareness, make people aware what the threats are, how to secure their phone, their computer, in which they store all their important information, their bank accounts, the person they talk most to, their family. So yeah, I think that should be one of the highest priorities.
So really just really awareness creation should be the main focus, you say, of Ministry of Digital Affairs. Just create awareness, make sure that people don't fall into the pitfalls, which also really ties into the fake news outburst right now, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but it is a huge... Oh, thank you, Epic Gamer Joris. It is a gamer moment. I feel it in my soul. Oh, yeah. Going back, there is a huge outburst of fake news and fake information being spread right now in the Netherlands. Also in QAnon, conspiracy stuff is feeding into that, and vice versa. Would you say that this is something that the Ministry of Digital Affairs can help? And that would also be the last question, because you have to go in a bit.
Yes, I have a radio interview about our election.
Awesome.
So
cool.
Yeah, I think that's a crucial task of the Ministry of Digital Affairs, to make people more aware about what fake news is, what it can do, how it's shared, how it's created. So people know that especially when we use social media so much, especially now in times of Corona, it can have so much influence on our lives. Only the way you feel already. Like if I put myself in a bubble with negative information all day, then I'm gonna feel shit probably, and I'm gonna be more mad.
Yes.
If I have positive energy around me, I'm probably gonna feel much better. And this definitely goes into way of politics. People need to be aware they're in their own bubble, and it's something I also need to be aware as campaign lead, because I'm now really active in the Volt bubble, and if I go on Twitter, I believe whole Netherlands is going to vote Volt, then we're going to get 150 seats.
It feels very good though.
It feels really
right?
good. Yeah, it gives me a lot of positive vibes each morning. But yeah, people need to be aware that they're creating their own bubble. And I think there's also a lot of responsibility for the social media companies in this. Like train your users or make them more aware of what's happening, or ensure that fake news doesn't get the possibility to spread all of a sudden. But yeah, the governments also have a responsibility in training us and teaching us how to use the internet. How should I use my laptop? How should I use my phone in a secure way, in a responsible way? So yeah, I see a lot of tasks ahead for the Ministry of Digital Affairs, and I'm looking forward to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. So this was Itay Garmy, candidate for the Volt Netherlands, number 11, and specialist in digital affairs, and campaign lead as well. A very prolific person. Thank you so much for being here. And
thank you, Mike, for inviting.
With pleasure. And well, good luck with all your endeavors, and as well as your radio interview in a bit. All right.
Yes, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so that was Itay. Thank you so much. We are back here as well. We are going to play Among Us in a bit for a while still. If there are more questions, I'm happy to answer. I won't be as prolific in that regard as Itay, but I'm sure I can help out a bit. So let's see. We have the fake news pandemic. It just came out that 12% of Dutch people think that masks are dangerous to people, according to research from Ipsos. Yes. I don't know if this is something which is known, but the Netherlands right now is one of the highest, has one of the highest rates of conspiracy theorist believers. The reasons for that are very unclear yet. It might have to do with that we are a very individualist nation who like to... we like to say that we just say what's on our mind, but that sometimes also means that we don't tend to listen. So this is just a personal hypothesis. There's no real proof on this matter at all yet, but it is indeed a problem, the amount of conspiracy theorists in the Netherlands. Yeah. So Epic Gamer Joris asks, Volt Netherlands plans to encourage building more housing by cancelling blah blah. However, prices will likely stay high because it's so easy to borrow money. How does Volt plan to keep housing affordable? Oof. That is a very good question, Epic Gamer Joris, and I'm afraid I have not read up about that. It's a shame you just missed. Itay. He would have been able to answer that question like this, easy. I can't. I wish I could. Affordable housing is a huge problem. I live in Amsterdam, and looking for a new house was an interesting endeavor. I'm in the move right now, but buying a house here in Amsterdam can easily cost you 400,000 euros, and then you still live in an apartment. But that's a thing. Sorry to not be able to answer that question, at least yours. I live in Hague, and every time I walk past Tokkies, I love drinking. I mean, I wear a Volt face mask anytime I go outside. I wear it proudly. I have not been beleaguered by Forum for Democracy voters or other populists yet. But I do wear it proudly, and I'm very happy with them. At the same time, we are a positive party, right? So what can be done? On that note, I think, Draco, it's time for another game. Is the rest ready for that?
I'll quickly give another note on our Discord server. Let's see who's still in. For those who are watching and interested in joining a round of Among Us,
awesome.
Please check out our Discord server. We will probably have some free spots for you.
So, Epic Gamer Joris, you sound like your name sounds like something you would definitely enjoy. We are going to play Among Us. If that's a game for you, then please tune in. On that as well, so link to Discord. Draco, can you maybe? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll provide people with a link to our Discord in the channel real quick.
Awesome. So while we are doing that, I will just talk about the conspiracy problem right now, which is a worldwide problem actually. And it's an interesting problem as well because the internet makes it very easy to get different sources of information and get you into a bubble. Whereas at the same time, it is not so simple to just say, oh, people who believe in conspiracies, they're just stupid. It's really not that simple. It really boils down to all the other sources of information, or actually not having that, as well as the fact that it is not so simple as just looking at a YouTube video, go into another one, watching another one, and then eventually ending up in a bubble. In the Netherlands, at least, it is its own ecosystem. So all of these sources reference each other and thereby also get more credibility. I am sharing the code right now to you, Draco, if you can share that later. Give me a second. It is CMH. There we go. This should be it. It's in the Twitch chat.
Alright. I will move these interested people from the other gaming audio channel into ours.
So what's going on is you have your own ecosystem of people. Oh, and I also forgot to change into the Vault Discord.
Yeah, we're sorry about.
There we go.
Isaac and me are in a chess game right now, so.
Oh no. Well, at least we have Barge.
Yeah, hello.
Hey,
Welcome back, everybody.
My name is kind of based on Hermitcraft. Does anyone watch Hermitcraft?
Yeah, it's real fun.
Not personally. I think I've heard of it though. Okay.
Yeah, it's just,
finally.
It's a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers getting together and.
Okay, there's the code. We can join now.
Yeah. I'm going to give it another shot. It didn't really work last time, but maybe my internet's nicer to me now.
Perfect. All right. So on the conspiracy theory problem again, it's most conspiracy theorists are those sites that are posing to be credible sources of news are referential as well. So it's not just that one site just posts its own problems. They lend credibility by referencing to each other, by calling in experts who are oftentimes real experts, but not in the field that they want to that they talk about. So you have.
Yeah, the conspiracy theory problem isn't really that much concentrated on the Netherlands. It's a global endemic.
Exactly.
For example, in Germany, we've got the Querdenker movement who tried to storm the parliament, and
really?
we also, very similar to what happened in America with the QAnon thing, just without a central person. And we also got a party that allowed Querdenker, which are the German brand of conspiracy theorists right now, to enter the parliament and harass a member. That would be our far-right party, the AfD. So we've got a lot of issues in Germany too, and I believe in many other countries with these members of specific conspiracy theory groups.
Last poll I heard was that in the Netherlands, at least, more than 20% of all people believe that some form of conspiracies are real.
Yes, and
wait. There's a Dutch QAnon.
Yes,
of course.
Yes,
of course there is.
QAnon everywhere. There's.
It's huge.
And also, we've got the issue that many of these conspiracy theories are, heavily encouraged by foreign powers, by specific foreign powers.
It is being helped. It helps if you're COVID did not help much in this regard because people get more isolated and tend to go for interesting news sources, which, if nothing else, these are interesting things to read about, and that's a problem.
I have my own personal theory as well, if I may share.
Please.
I think it might be that because the Netherlands is very much an English-speaking country as well. Like I think we have English literacy rate of the highest in Europe after Ireland, of course. But because of that, we can also follow international news better. But because most conspiracies come drifting over from the US and like English-speaking countries, I think that's why we are the first to, sadly, adopt them as well. That's my opinion.
Well, you're not really the first, but
well, not the first.
But it is, regardless, it's a huge problem, and having a lingua franca makes it easier to spread all of these things, right? When you're more keen to read up, it's easier to just write in English and gather a large following if many people understand that at all. So that makes it easier. But it's also like, when was the point that it became a problem? Because at one point it was just funny, like the flat Earth. It was
in my opinion,
it was problematic, of course, but still.
In my opinion, it was 2016, or basically the first time we heard the phrase alternative facts on national television.
Yeah, you make a good point there. Nowadays, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the Netherlands, politicians are beleaguered outside on the street. Basically because they think that politicians are child blood drinking pedophiles, like Pizzagate and all that kind of stuff. It's really quite horrible. It's really weird what's going on.
Is that still going on, or is that?
Yeah,
because the last time I heard of it was like months ago.
Yeah, no, it's the conspiracy theories are still the same. Of course, it's been a bit toned down ever since Trump was not elected again. But of course, the movements are still ongoing.
And of course,
in many different countries.
We do have to say that hopefully the Capitol siege did dissuade a couple of radicalizing conspiracists, because that was really horrible to see, and hopefully it did like scare some people off from going too far into that rabbit hole, because it really it's weird to see how people live.
Oh, look,
hello,
I fixed it.
You're in.
I mean, those
it only
those
took
that
me.
approve of it are probably encouraged by it.
Right now, code Y, Joris,
yes,
and Fisontius. Maybe you need to join.
I already did join. I'm barred.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to join, but on my laptop it keeps disconnecting, so I'm trying on my PC.
Oh,
but by the way, about those conspiracy theorists attacking politicians, I can confirm. I study in the center of The Hague, and like every time I walk past Het Plein, which is where like Tweede Kamer is located and such, Parliament. It's always the same characters as well, and that's something I've got the feeling it's also like it's a tiny but very loud minority.
Yeah, but that's the problem,
and
right?
a lot of the other conspiracy theorists are more like
salon.
It's very it's like your average Dutch person who isn't really into politics. The average person isn't that fanatic, but it's very easy to just be convinced of certain very, let's say, questionable things. If all you hear about it is on like Facebook and such.
Definitely true.
It's a very difficult problem because you can't just say, hey, you can't say these more, because you still have.
Well, and it's also very problematic due to the fact that it is just a complete different ecosystem of knowledge. It's not just like a set of uncoupled ideas. It's its own ecosystem. So once you buy into one thing, it will very logically go to the rest as well. It just follows very simple.
Once you buy into the big lie, every little lie becomes easier to buy into.
And I feel it's also for a lot of people it's way easier to just say, oh, but it's all part of a conspiracy, instead of thinking there isn't really an explanation for certain things. And also most of the times, like I study economic public policy, most of the times problems are very complicated, and it's way easier to just say, oh, it's just this thing, instead of saying, oh, there's like 100 factors which factor into this problem.
That's just history as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
as
there's...
someone who studies to be a history teacher, I can agree to that with that.
I mean, the history is littered. Like, I think, especially in history, most of it is history written by the victors, of course.
Depends on what you're reading, but like there are some things that try to, take in all sides.
Of course.
Europe gang.
Oh no! Bruh, I just joined as well.
Okay, so we will host again, but this time a bit faster. Okay.
Which map do we want?
Draco, I am sending again.
Are we playing on Polos again?
All right.
I can switch. Give me a second, if that's okay.
Yeah, you need to close the room and open it again if you want to switch.
I'll do that. Okay, create game, and let's do the Skeld then.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's for medium-sized groups, so that would be this.
Yeah, and then after all of you have joined, let's just get started, because I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh shit, we have someone from Malta. I didn't know.
All right. Thank you, der unglaubliche Steve. Happy that you joined the chat, and have a good one.
What's the code?
It's I've sent it on your Twitch again, and Draco will send it shortly.
Yeah, 1 second.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's hope it works in one go now. Oh yeah, there we go. If you have Joris, if you have issues again, for me it helped to switch to Asia and then back to Europe. Oh, you're in. Never mind.
Okay, 2 people are missing.
Your mic is really low in volume, which I am not. I'm very vocal, but yours isn't.
I can.
So wait, who's missing right now?
One person in this group.
Yeah.
Discord.
Ooh, who among us is missing? Haha.
Haha, the pun. Okay.
I'll switch to my PC on this.
Okay, Code Y, are you in?
Nope.
Draco is in. I'm in. Joris. Who are you, Joris? Who are you in Among Us? Oh.
I think Joris is Europe gang. He was last time.
He just joined gaming. Should I? Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
Is my mic improved right now?
Yeah,
it is
Joris.
perfect.
Who are you in Among Us?
I'm Europe gang.
Okay. Isaac is Estray. MagicMike is MagicMike. Besante is?
I'm Barge.
Okay, and Waller Wizard?
I'm Stitchin.
Okay, so just Code Y is
Y.
missing. Maybe he's AFK. I don't think he'd mind that much if we start without him a quick round.
We will just do one game then.
Just a request. Can we set player speed to 1.25 or anything above 1?
Sure thing. Player speed goes to 125.
Yeah, 125 is a good jam.
Okay. All right. Then we are going to get started.
Right. So we're still talking politics this time, or do we really mute?
Whatever you want to talk about.
We can talk about politics still. So right now it's going really well in the Dutch elections. So maybe we can talk about that one. Have you guys been following it? The Volt efforts?
Yeah. I've been following quite intensely.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I would vote Volt. I did know Volt existed, but first I thought I'd go GroenLinks. But then I read up on de standpunten, noem je dat?
Policy points.
Yeah, the policies. Yeah, I should know that. But...
Oh no! What's your policy on a murdered crewmate?
Well,
Death by hanging.
I am the murder crewmate.
Okay,
Right.
so
I
where
saw
was it?
Draco and where was the body?
It was in admin. The if you go from the spawn straight down and just to the right, the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elikoga, you came from the left. I saw.
yeah, that's right. I actually came from admin, but there was the corpse there when I was in there, so it must be pretty fresh. You hold on. I did shields with Zestray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac.
I came down. Draco, you saw me right up there.
Hmm. Yeah, he came from the up. He came from.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure I saw you go north from Shields because I saw you in Oxygen.
Yeah, I went into the little thing below admin.
Yep.
Who is
I did see.
for MagicMike? Where are you?
I am in the west, and I was doing a task.
Where you?
That is where
I think I have no one there, so if you can rule me suspicious, you definitely should. But I was doing.
I mean,
a
if
task.
you were in like engines and reactors, I don't really see how. I mean,
Stitch in. What did you do?
I walked with Mike to the west, so I saw him there last. So that could be true. And then I went to the to admin to do my task there after going in electrical. And well, I kind of didn't immediately press the report buddy because I wanted him to finish his point. But someone else came walking in. Draco came walking in, so I clicked it.
We need to vote. We have 10 seconds left.
Yes.
So I'm going to skip.
How many are there? One or two?
You'll play.
Two.
You'll play.
I think it was two. I think it was.
Oh boy,
two.
then we have to. Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Maybe we should vote someone out next round.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should tribalize. Oh yeah.
Yes. Everyone stick together.
Who is sticking to Team Red here?
Oh, what? I think I am in the color palette of red. Yes.
Oh no.
I mean, we are 6 now, right? So a double kill is gonna end the game.
It's gonna screw us over, yeah.
Are there 2 imposters?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. Yes, we are definitely in a pickle.
What a huge group walking here.
Yeah, we're going. Alright.
Oh, wow, that is a group.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
No talking during rounds.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't. Yeah.
We shouldn't talk. Yes.
Alright. Well.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. That was brutal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only with 7 people, 2 imposters is maybe a bit much.
Yeah, that was a bit much. All right, let's.
I mean, I think Code Y is here now, though.
Yeah, I'm back, but my Among Us is still broken for some reason.
Oh, I have a solution. Switch your. I think you're not getting ACT, right? That's the thing it says.
Yeah, it says reliable packet was not ACT.
What fixed it for me was switching to Asia real quick, and then just switching back to Europe.
Okay, let me try switching to A.
And otherwise, what sometimes fixes it is creating a game yourself and then leaving again.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, so high tech here.
Well, we this is a stream about digitalization with Impulse.
Yeah,
exactly.
Have you seen our digital efforts? Like
yes.
At the start of this Twitch, I felt so much in doubt about the fact of our skill capacities. I'm a data engineer, so I should know better, but I don't. I feel bad. And welcome, Van Dante.
Yeah, but by the way, our stream hashtag is still stop homelessness from the last stream.
Yes, I tried to fix that, but it is unfortunately a bit difficult. But that's okay. We are doing digital affairs, so you know.
Code Y, how's it going?
I still get the not ACT error even when hosting trying to host the game myself and after switching to Asia.
Hold on, what happens if you switch to Asia and host the game there?
Oh yeah.
And then,
I mean, at some point it should work. Just every possibility. I mean, have you turned it off and on again?
Yeah,
because otherwise,
yeah, even
Considering the stream is about digital affairs, would be quite clumsy. Yeah.
Luckily, we are not the tech geniuses of AdVault. We are just mostly their voters.
Yeah, I'm not even a member. No.
Oh yeah.
Yet, hopefully.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Please don't consider me as a tech person. I don't deserve that title anymore.
Anymore?
No, wait, Code White, did Among Us ever work for you in the past?
Yeah, I
In the
played
setup?
a lot.
Damn.
Just I haven't played in like a month or two, I guess.
Because otherwise, like, restarting didn't work, right?
Yeah, I managed to host a game in the Asia server, but going back to Europe, then I couldn't do anything or join.
Are you
In a
behind
last effort. Yeah.
Are you behind a VPN maybe?
No, not even.
In a last-ditch effort, you could always just download it on your phone or something.
Yeah, I could. Well, I'll try everything in my power not to having not to play on my phone.
Understandable.
Maybe you can try to restart it again.
Yeah, I reinstalled it as well.
Whoa.
I have a feeling we're about to get kicked again.
Nuclear.
Yeah, we need to get started in a bit.
We get fused.
Maybe we can try another round with 7 people again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe with one imposter.
Yes, that's a good point.
We need to restart.
We need to restart then, right?
Yes.
If you want. Right.
Let's
Well,
just
maybe
do
then-
one. Let's do one round and then we rehost.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Let's do this. I have a good feeling about this with my
Still 2
sheriff.
imposters, by the way.
Yes.
I'm
we
hoping.
need-
I'm hoping to be imposter.
Let's see.
Suspiciously.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was checking my phone.
Also, please don't suss someone out while in the game.
Yeah.
Because
I
of
wrote
course,
it in the chat.
you can't write in chat while the game is going.
I can't.
No, you.
Oh, you're right. Shame.
When you're playing the game as intended, you're basically isolated while you're doing your tasks.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Right, body was in electrical.
In
It
electrical.
was with Draco, MagicMike, and Stitchin in admin.
Yeah, we can't be it, so that's nice to know.
So Euro gang.
Right, so that's just me
Yeah,
and...
I was on cams. I saw Europe gang walking in a corridor, top right one in the cams. I don't know.
I've been at admin the entire game because I started late, because I was checking my phone. And then I walked down to admin. I saw, I believe, Draco downloading. And I saw Stitchin and MagicMike just walking around. So the only 2 people I don't know about are Barge and Zestri.
And those should be the killers.
Right, well, I have...
Yeah.
I just came down from, like, weapons into navigation, into shields, and then, you know, that way, and then through storage into electrical.
But what did you do there?
Well, nothing yet. I just saw a body and clicked the report button.
Ah, so you went to so many places and not anything?
Oh, no, that, yeah. I just thought I was saying some shit about thing. Yeah, no. I thought you meant electrical only. Yeah, no, I did the navigation task where you have to, like, follow a squiggly line. And then I went down to electrical. The other things were just like the path I took.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't know.
You
I'm
think
not
that's a
convinced, guys.
self-report or something?
What?
Is this a self-report or?
It could be. It could
Might be.
like Barge did not kill me outright. It might be because there was a timer on it and then I lost him.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure the
just gonna-
first round. I'm pretty sure that in the first round the timer is really short for the imposters,
That
right?
is true.
Yes.
That is true. But I think we
Timer
should take
be
a
the
lead.
same in every round, I think.
I'm just gonna. There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. If we don't take a chance, then. Oh shit! It doesn't tell us. No.
No, it was
It
anonymous.
doesn't tell.
But at least you flew pretty, man. That looked amazing. Like, that was an 8 out of 10 gymnastics effort.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you're dead, you should probably still do the task.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's so dark.
I like being a ghost sometimes.
It can be very relaxing. There's no stress on it anymore.
No more responsibilities. Just fulfill some chores from time to time, you know?
Yeah.
Feels good.
Oh.
Guys, if you lose this round...
Oh no.
Okay. One person was killed. We kicked out Barge.
Who was not with us in the room in the first round? Zestray?
It was Zestray, but we can't be sure. There could have been one imposter among us.
Yeah, I was an admin. I only saw that there were like 4 people left alive, so I was like, oh shit, someone's dead, and went to button.
So we don't know where it was. Oh boy. That makes it a lot more difficult. I'll be honest, I was with like Draco for a bit, I think. But I've not really been with anyone during the entire round. I've been with Zestray as well in the light, and he did fix lights.
Okay.
So that's a big plus.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of people walking around, but honestly, I was also I needed to go in a different direction, so I split off and did my tasks there. So I can't say much more than that, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Oh man, we've not been paying attention at all.
Nope.
This is not good, guys. Not good.
No. In any case, we can still lose someone, and then we'll have to put another person on the spot. Like they'll have to choose, which is always fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Exciting.
But I think it might be. And I don't think Cess would fix its own lights. I don't think.
And also call this one.
He could have pretended.
He could have pretended. That is a pretty big smart move.
But
okay, 10 seconds.
I have no clue if
Who do we vote?
I'm skipping for. We can skip. I'm gonna make it only. Oh, wait.
I didn't get to vote. Who voted Stitchin?
I'm being betrayed.
Yeah,
Okay.
good luck.
Oh my.
God.
Yeah. I am dead.
Okay, interesting.
So, to keep it on the vault topic a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. How did everyone come to know of Vault? It's relatively new.
It was a firing action.
Oh, nice.
Right, I'm slightly ashamed to admit this, but I was part of a Discord server that once decided to raid this one.
Wow.
But then I decided I agree with you, so...
Well, that's good to hear, at least. Ooh.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as long as something positive comes of a raid, I guess.
Yeah, and welcome, Mr. Froggy 4321. And also Gold Charger, Klex, and JB. And my goodness, is it ever going to get a lot of subs here? Oh no, oxygen depleted. We need to get fast. Uh-oh. I guess this is it, people.
Guys, if you're gonna lose by oxygen...
Oh, that's so...
We have lost by oxygen.
man.
Was this stray.
The only two people I didn't know about. You could have known.
Oh no.
I was the imposter, but I didn't kill
people. We are
Orange,
getting.
so-
We are being raided. Hello
really?
there.
If someone
Thank you
had walked
so
in
much.
oxygen, I would have done oxygen right then.
Thank you
But
for
no
the
one
raid.
did.
Plays. Awesome. Thank you so much for this. And we are playing Among Us, and we are the political party Volt. We are talking.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I have just joined the group here.
Well, guys,
yeah.
I'm giving up on my laptop. I'll just join the next round on my phone.
Oh, okay.
That's so awesome.
So it be.
So cool. Thank you for the raid, people. Awesome.
Yes, good morning to all of you, or evening actually, to everyone
Yes.
Welcome to
who
Europe.
decided to join in the raid.
We are European based, and it is very much a night right now. We are Volt, the pan-European party, and we are playing Among Us right now. Earlier we talked about digitalization, and yeah, that we want to have more of that in Europe. We had Itay over, one of the candidates, and he talked about a Ministry of Digital Affairs. So what's your take on this, people? Do you like that? Would you like to have well, basically your country using digital affairs? We are from Europe. I am specifically from the Netherlands. I live in Amsterdam. And thank you so much, Clegs, for the raid. So cool. You're South African. It's 08 a.m. here. Awesome.
Shouldn't South Africa have the same time, or is it like with
There's a one
daylight
hour
savings time?
There's a 1 hour
Because-
time distance.
But South
Yes.
Africa is directly south of us.
Yes, it is.
Oh, server room's been closed again.
Completely. Croquette indeed. Oh, I do love me some.
Croquette,
Yes.
bitterballen,
Ooh.
frikandellen.
Or maybe my personal favorite is a kaassoufflé. I don't know if...
Sausijzenbroodje.
Sausijzenbroodje, yes.
As someone from Groningen, I would just highly advocate the eierbal.
The eierbal.
Eierbal? I've never had that before.
As someone from, well, I'm personally from Leidschendam. But I currently live in Scheveningen, so y'all should try some good Dutch herring.
Herring? That's
Hell
a
yeah.
fish. That's a nice little fishy. It's a bit salted with some onions on there as well. Oh, amazing.
Is it
Frikadelle.
okay as a German if I say that you all sound very cute?
Oh, I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, what's your take then? Do you want like a schnitzel?
It's
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's more like bratwurst for them, no?
I have to admit that I'm trying a more vegetarian diet recently. Like that was my goal for 2021, and I'm doing not so bad.
Keizerbroodje.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, and Klex went to Duinrel. I do like that one. They have a very, they have a
I
very
work
cool
at
swimming.
Duinrel, bro.
You work at Duinrel.
Well, yeah, I mean, currently not because, you know, pandemic. But Downrow is my home, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of great colleagues. Come to Downrow, y'all. There's a lot of Germans in Downrow all the time. Like, I feel like 90% of all people in Downrow are from Germany.
That's really cool, though. That's some pan-European stuff going on right there.
Yeah, well, you really saw, like, when Germany decided Germans shouldn't come over to the Netherlands anymore during the pandemic, like, attendance dropped by 80%. Well, it's a thing, like, a lot of Germans, they love to, they go to the camping, they set up their tents, because it's a very good camping, because you're close to The Hague, you're close to Leiden, you're close to the beach, because, you know, Germans love to go to the beach. That's a bit of a thing.
Yeah, so, people, the code is shared to Draco, who will share this in the Discord, and we have place for a few more people if they would like to join. Then they would need to join the Discord, the Volt Europa Discord server as well, and hit up Draco. We have place for a few more people if that's something you want. Yes, and Duinrail, but also Walibi. I do like Walibi, but if I'm really honest, my personal favorite is still the Efteling.
Of course.
I'm sorry if that is a bummer, but it is by far... I love it.
In Europe, I think, well, for me personally, it's Phantasialand.
Okay,
I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Phantasialand, it's awesome. But for for Volt Europa, you need to choose Europa Park, man.
Europa Park.
I mean, it's also close to Strasbourg, so...
I did not know about this.
The official theme park of Volt Europa.
I
does
kind
it
of have to say...
Purple flags.
I kind of have to say Hellendoorn by proximity. Yeah.
Yes, Clags. Yes.
Let's not forget about
I work at Duinrail. I work at the Falcon roller coaster and like a lot of attractions. I don't really stand at shops, but I usually stand at attractions when it's open. So come say hi when it's open again.
Guys, who's Cody?
That's me, Code Y.
Okay.
Code Y.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so...
clever.
And Clags went to the water park. Yeah, I've been there too, actually. It's beautiful. The Tiki Bot.
Let's do something with the game before we get kicked again.
Okay. That's
yes, let's go for it.
If you start in a...
Sorry,
go ahead.
We're good to go. We are good to go. And now we don't talk about the game, we just talk about politics, and I will talk to the chat as well, as long as it's not about the game.
Isaac, you mentioned that you made a sandwich and asked whether you missed something. You missed the raid.
Yes, we are being raided right now. Thank you so much for that.
We were.
So cool. So yeah, we are Volt Europa, the first pan-European party. We operate in almost every European country, and I have to say that my death was very untimely. It felt so painful. It was so nasty.
Right, so who else was in Reactor? I saw Europe Gang, at least.
Yeah.
And...
Where's the body?
So, I saw Cody,
I heard Mike dead next to...
I saw Europe Gang too.
Code right, hold on. Body.
Let Vincent talk, please.
Yeah, it's next to the cockpit, like in the corridor right before it.
The cockpit?
Well, the navigation, I guess.
Right, so everyone in Reactor is innocent by distance.
No, I'm saying pink and black is safe.
Yeah, I believe at least I saw green, so like...
Yeah, I just walked into Reactor, but the meltdown was just fixed.
I'm pretty sure I was the first there.
I saw VCT do weapons, he saw me do weapons, so we're both safe.
I mean,
you were blue and green elsewhere.
Right, so, well, if you both were in weapons, that's kind of close to where the body was.
No, it's true, yes.
Yeah, that's how I got there to report them.
Yeah, I know, but...
I do believe visual tasks are on. So if you did see the gun shooting, then you do know that they're safe.
Yeah, and they saw me do it, so.
Is there anyone who has official task then? No, someone can follow.
I haven't really checked it really. Also, it could be that the kill was actually done before the alarms went off, and that they did.
Yeah, like to draw people away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone who doesn't have an alibi by now?
I don't know. I was in reactor, but I don't think anyone saw me because I didn't hear my my color come by. But I was there. I promise.
Wait, you was Stitchin?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, no, I can confirm you.
Ah, okay, great.
And you can probably confirm me because I ran with you.
Yes. Oh,
yeah. Should we vote?
Go, people!
Yep.
Just give it. Yeah, we have enough people now.
We still
avenge me!
Imposters.
Avenge me!
Ooh. Oh, someone keeps voting for me. I don't know what's going on here.
We're still on 2 imposters, right?
I believe so.
I believe there is.
But yes, he
so.
does.
I can't believe he works at Downrail.
Yes.
Ooh.
We have a very you're garnering some fame here.
Hell yeah. Maybe I should I mean I could go into politics after my studies.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you?
Fame.
Just
Yeah.
use the fact that you worked at Downrail in your campaign and it's like instant vote.
Exactly.
Well, guys, I mean, I could use my studies as credibility, but all I really need to say is I worked at Downrail.
Yeah, you got my head.
Trusted me with your life.
To be honest, though, for me it's Slagharen for the win.
Pony Park Slagharen.
Nice.
Pony Park.
Well, it's not a pony park anymore.
Slagharen is in Overijssel, right?
That is a huge. That's a big shame actually, because that park went viral a while ago for Netherlands second.
Yeah.
The grab him by the pony.
Grab him by the pony. We have a very famous park. It's called the Pony Park.
Yeah, well, I think it's better for the animals because I went there as when I was younger, and like, it's
sad
fun to have your own pony, but at the same time, those
rude.
Ponies are, I wouldn't say abused, but
they're not
I don't
happy.
think I would. If I were a pony, I don't think if I would like it if like 5-year-olds kept pulling my hair and stuff.
It's a fun concept, but if you think about it more, it gets really sad.
It is. That's definitely true.
But at the same time, I have an aunt, and she lives in the Veluwe, and she actually has 2 horses. So if I want to go grab him by the pony, I could just go to my aunt. Don't think about that sentence too much, please.
That's fine. Let's keep it PG-13 here, people.
Yeah.
Digitalization.
Yes. Or digitization.
I love digitalization, man.
Digitalization.
Would Volt support something like, I believe it's one of the Baltic states? They have like this entirely digital identification, right?
Well, that's a good point you bring up there, because yes, they do. In fact, it's in the... Oh no, Drake went Cody. You are owning this game.
I was about to vouch for you,
we
Cody.
were so efficient. Cody and I were with 2 other people, and we killed them both at once.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was downloading.
Just as download was finishing. That is criminal.
Yeah.
We were a group of 4 people, and everybody was feeling so safe, and suddenly half of them died.
Yeah, I was chilling at Reactor with Orange, so I
Vincent, why did you leave us?
sabotaged and instantly fixed it.
But you died too.
Thank you, Flex. It is very epic. We are an epic party. We try to do. We also try to do memes. It's important.
I made a meme once. It was liked by Laurens Das, I believe. It was a highlight
I have to
of my
share
career.
a success story.
It's a highlight of your career.
I shared a meme on Reddit today, on the Volt subreddit, and I even got an award. I felt very proud of it.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Wait,
it's those
gave you an
moments
award?
in your life that define basically your whole identity, right? When you're 65 and you have like your first grandchild is on the way, you're like, well, in my time, young hipster whippersnappers, I posted a meme, and it was liked. It was well liked, not like those memes of today.
Well, I mean, you could say that meme was the start of the Volt revolution.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we also a few years ago, I believe it was 2018. There was a memes war between a German and a Dutch subreddit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ich in echt het leven en ik in het echt, yes.
Yeah,
haven't
and
heard
I
about
was
this.
a fanatic participant.
But it can't have been that long ago.
No,
I just joined that subreddit.
Yeah, it was either 2018 or 2019, and I know it was in summer because we were on vacation.
Yes, and 2020 is a lost year, so that went by so weird and fast that it doesn't really count.
Yes,
in my mind, at least.
Alright, let's see if...
But this is like, I don't know if this would be a form of digitalization Volt would necessarily fight for in a parliament, but the fact that Volt has Twitch and like every social media I can think of, that does help. That is a form of digitalization as well, I think.
Is
Our
there a
online
Volt
presence.
Reddit page?
Yes,
Is there a Volt...
there is. It was recently created, wasn't that, Draco?
A bit long ago, not recently, but yeah.
Then maybe a Dutch one.
Who is always shutting off the lights?
The body was at the entrance of admin.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I
So-
didn't see anyone, unfortunately.
Snitches be
Yeah,
snitched.
I was pretty sure it was dark.
I was
Yeah.
with Draco in electrical though when the door shut, so I think he's pretty safe.
Yeah, I was.
I-
Well, I was with you guys.
Yeah, so,
in
hold
electrical.
on. Sorry, someone was with me in electrical right now.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, right now. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
before because the doors on electrical shut
Yeah,
before as well.
Yeah, I was gonna I was redoing the lights. The
I was
center
with you in
stuff.
electrical, Draco, just now.
Just now.
Yeah.
Who
Like,
was
when
speaking
the
what
light-
with me?
It started doing wires when the lights turned off.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was at
No.
at that, you know, that circle rotating task that you have to click on 100 times because
yeah.
you can't
Oh,
figure it
That
out.
one's annoying.
Yeah.
Right, anyway,
I don't-
so admin, anyone?
No, I don't even
I
have
was.
I don't. It's not me. I don't think it's Ali Koga. I don't think it's who else was in.
Anyone
there
that
with-
says it's not me and then keeps on going saying things to other stuff, I don't believe anymore.
Yeah,
I
totally.
mean, I was in admin before, like the doors to storage and cafeteria closed, but there was nobody there then. I was doing upload, but yeah.
Do we skip?
I
I
skip.
think
Sorry,
we can
people.
yeah. I
Sorry,
think someone's
Vincent,
gonna
we
vote for me
can't
again, but
avenge
we'll
you.
see. Yeah, there we go. Someone always voting for me.
At one point, someone else will pitch in
Yeah.
as well, right? And then it will be a problem.
Then it's gonna be dangerous. Yes. I can come with the best points, and I'll still be.
Oh shit, lights are still off.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Also, yes, Clags, it is very epic. Sorry for not talking back as fast as I could. As you could see, we were in the middle of a heated debate about who is a murderer among us. And yeah, I got too excited. I'm too much into the game. But yeah, it's I'm very excited. I joined Volt last year, and it's up until now, there's nothing that I dislike about Volt, which surprises me because I am usually very put off by political parties really fast when I delve into it a bit faster, longer.
But is there also like no specific point that you disagree with? I mean,
Well,
There
there
must be
are
something,
there are a few things. I've studied IR, and personally, I think that matters of that our foreign policy is a bit too focused on matters of securitization, whereas there's a lot more going on than that, right?
What is securitization?
Oh, well, that hardly matters. This is a matter
Pretty
of
sure.
securitization.
I'm pretty sure I just saw Europe Gang come out of a vent in reactor.
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
In reactor.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Interesting.
Interesting.
That's enough.
I don't.
Like, I was doing Simon Says, and I saw the vent open, and I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh, he's not seeing me because he's doing Simon Says." But I'm.
Okay, Europe Gang, what do you have to say?
I'm pretty sure I was in Medbay, so I think it's quite interesting you saw me in Reactor.
Now Draco can vouch. Also, I'm pretty sure it was Draco. He came out of Medbay when he saw Europe Gang following me
that
to the
was
button.
like a minute ago. Yeah, Europe Gang was walking in that area.
That is
So
kind
I'm for
of...
that. I'm for that totally progressive demand of burn the witch.
Why would you be so aggressive? Can't we just like make a deal?
We are. I mean, we are the friendly party, right? That's the whole
We
thing.
have the-
That is
Can't
true.
we have the
We don't vent people normally, except for Among Us. Sorry, Europe
Yes,
Gang.
exactly.
Bye.
Yeah, see,
You-
if they
you
would
are
have
the weakest
survived in
link.
space, it wouldn't have been that.
Already?
Oh, damn.
Oh boy. But where were we talking about? You were talking about cyber...
Securitization.
security.
Yeah. So I am. I studied IR, and I think our focus is too much on in IR is too much on securitization. There's a lot more going on. We tend to be very skeptical about Russia and China, but at the same time, that is a very one-sided way of looking at things. Yes, they are superpowers. Yes, they are something that we need to take into account, but they're also passionate trading partners. And from an neoliberal point of view, neoliberal as in an IR neoliberal, not to be, which is a bit different than the other ones. Oh my, that's a lot of people. There are good reasons to say that we should keep trade increased to uphold international stability, and cutting off trade will lead to more war problems. But that is that's another way of looking at things, at least. Not saying that that is the truth, but there might be reasons to also look into that kind of thinking rather than just looking at things.
Don't you think that it's unethical to keep trading with a country which basically persecutes its people by putting them into concentration camps or putting them under extreme surveillance?
Sure, but then we would also need to quit trading with basically every country aside from certain, like a handful, right? That's a very I agree, but then pragmatics kick in, saying China is by far not the only country that does this. Oh no!
Oh no!
The only country that does this is the only country that does all of this, and then on such a big scale.
So
it was in the east of storage.
I was on camps, I believe, with orange and pink on camps, and I kind of says MagicMike because he's been following me before, not doing the.
Yeah, I'm also mildly obsessed with MagicMike because he came from the direction the body was in.
He was standing also next to me at the sabotage and didn't do it. So.
Really?
I would
Are you really
like to
doing
point
this?
out, I mean, you are alive and you have been killed every single time before this, so that is
Well,
that's one way of looking at it.
That's not true.
So you're sussing MagicMike right now.
You're sussing me. There's no reason to suss me.
But a little off topic, MagicMike, I think I heard you say you're a Valpalighting before, no?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, instant trust.
Oh no!
Yeah.
We've got an alliance going on now.
Oh, alliance! You people were getting you people were ganging up on me, and it feels amazing, Clags. It really does feel great that you rated me. Thank you so much. Yes, Robin, I do agree. Pragmatics, yes, and also systemic eradication. We need to. We basically really do need to make it this its own debate, because foreign affairs is a hot topic, and
That's a very.
Maybe we need to focus on another debate right now.
Exactly.
Yes. It's.
So,
yes.
I am going to.
I still.
I don't think I'm kind of feeling like we're throwing digitalization too much to international affairs now.
Yes.
I think it's more about like protecting ourselves in general from like big tech companies, right? Not other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really not sure.
There is
10 seconds to vote.
Well,
I have no clue. I just. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh
God.
no.
oh damn.
Oh no.
Oh god.
They're growing.
Oh yeah, look at me swirling. So the question was, what music do I like? Or Vault Europa like? Well, we like European music, of course.
We like Europe Joy.
Take on Me from Aha.
Seriously?
Oh, I love that song.
What?
Yes.
How did that happen?
You won my tasks.
Yes,
Nice.
I finished.
Yeah.
I finished the last task for you, murderous hobos. I
I
finished
was
the last
right
task.
as
I
well.
didn't
that.
kill quickly enough.
I'm glad I was right about black here. About Europe.
Yeah, I did.
Avenge me, you did.
My Yahoo. Yes, I do like that one too, Cleggs.
Wait. I killed Vincent, right?
That is
Yes, you did.
amazing.
Well,
No, Draco.
would Vault Europa
I'm-
like the music of Europe? So like
What's the sound of Europe? Like
Uh,
Eurovision?
like a final
Are we
count,
wi-
the final countdown.
The final,
the
no,
final countdown
the final
from the
countdown.
band Europe.
Yes, but we do need to say
Isn't there like a European anthem?
the European
Yeah,
Song
oh, boy, I
Festival.
love
I'm
it.
afraid.
Mike?
Yeah.
I replied to that question with a link.
Undeployed.
Alle Menschen werden Brüder.
Thank you.
Be violent.
Do we have a Vault Europa playlist on Spotify? I think we might have one, right?
Well, there
Yeah,
is one
wasn't
from
there-
from the podcast where like each person who's on the Vault Europa podcast adds like one song to it.
Oh, to joy.
Ode to Joy is a good one, to be honest. Yeah.
Ode to Joy is like the anthem, no?
Yeah,
It
the
might
European.
already be in there.
Yeah.
The lyricless. Well,
Right, let's see.
What's another one? Well, basically everything of the Venga Boys. I really do like those.
Two Unlimited. Just
Oh,
all
yeah.
Europe pop.
Do we have visual tasks on?
I don't.
I believe they
last
are.
time we did.
Yes. I
Where's the
found
Guys,
Draco.
extraordinarily long. Considering
Oh, two there.
that I was dead so quickly.
I saw orange, black, and blue walk towards admin for the card swipe, so I think they're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with Cody for most of that round.
I feel like this might be a self-report.
Me
Ooh.
too, I guess.
Exciting.
But I don't know. I don't want to
I
start
mean-
up too early.
I did say it again. I said it last round as well. Mike is not yet dead, which is very interesting.
That's not.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
I mean,
I
Every
feel like
time-
I
every
saw
time you kill
everybody
me-
except for Mike.
I literally finished the game last time.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay.
You mean?
No, we kicked you out.
Yeah.
I think they're. I
You
think they say never
ungrateful
voted
people.
7, right?
Yeah, you never voted 7. That's
Never-
bad luck.
Never voted 7.
Really? Is that a thing?
But-
Yeah, because
Oh, go ahead.
Some people say never voted 7. Some
never
people-
voted 7 because then if there's still 2 imposters, it would be like double kill for them and they win.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? They are growing. Oh no! Everyone is. I don't know what I've done.
Oh, then you'd be dead already.
Yeah.
European rock and metal. Oh, British pop rock, yes, but also British hip hop.
Oh, I do like British hip hop.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
You like the what? What's it called?
I like Wiley. Actually, I love Wiley.
Who is that? I never heard of them.
Ooh, that's a rapper.
You like the grime?
The grime, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh. British pop rock, does that include, is that like Seven Nation Army and the Clash and such?
That's not pop rock, right?
Is it?
Pop rock would be like the Beatles, surely, or like Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
No?
those are obvious. I was thinking like some of
There are
them.
a lot more, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
there
was
are.
thinking of some of the slightly more recent bands, like as I said, the Clash.
I trusted
Right.
you.
Okay, who's dead?
Does Muse count?
Ooh, Muse,
Muse.
definitely.
And I think there's also a Swedish guy in here, also Sabaton.
Oh,
Sabaton,
Sabaton is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
this
feel
also-
like
yeah, I'm the Swedish guy.
I feel like
Oh yeah, nice.
I feel like such a zoomer when I listen to like what you guys listen to, because I listen to like I know like hyperpop and music most
the
people
Eurobeat.
would call hot garbage.
You listen to the
Hot
Eurobeat.
garbage.
I'm a bit of a zoomer myself
I
as well.
found.
crap.
I think I found green, if I recall correctly.
I still think it's Mike.
Of course
So-
you
Yeah.
do. That makes
I think
perfect
I found
sense.
green in the corridor in the top left, next to the engine at the main room.
Are you?
And Mike was near me,
Mhm.
and I think I trust blue and pink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, who trusts me now?
I came like where did you find green? Sorry?
I found green in the corridor on the right side from the upper engine.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
we
came from
Magic
downstairs
Mike.
because I needed to finish a task there.
We had to vote someone out.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are screwed.
So
I have a kind of a small sus for blue as well, because like it's a really
it's
tiny one. But you walked in on the like climate code, or the oxygen code when it was just finished. So maybe you were hunting for someone. Could be just a
No,
random
no.
suspicion. It's a small
I
one.
was up in the other oxygen
Oh,
thing
okay.
with the Europe gang. Then I walked
Yeah,
down.
I
to
trust
the-
blue.
Okay. Okay, then no, then it's good. Then it's good.
Okay,
Okay.
Magic Mike.
Mike.
really?
Final hour has struck.
Again, you will regret
Oh.
this, but fine then, I guess.
Europe, where were you?
Yes.
I was. Where was I?
Where
I
was
don't
you?
remember. I was not
can see
near
on
my-
your
Oh,
screen.
thank you. So this was nasty. Like
You can see on your screen where you were.
I think I was at. I was at. No, I
Okay.
fixed oxygen.
Yeah, you fixed upper oxygen.
But after that, I don't remember which way I walked.
That's kind of sus.
Mm.
Buh.
Oh man.
When
Bye,
the imposter
release.
is us.
Bye, Felicia. Bye.
I have seen that red man spinning so often now.
And every time you
Yeah,
regret
not
it.
dead.
That is true.
Yeah.
It has been very regrettable to kick you out every single time.
I know, right? I'm way too cute for this.
But like digitalization and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You said something about You said something about a digital identification.
Yes, the Volt Netherlands, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. The
Oh, yeah,
Volt
good.
Netherlands policy program also states that we want to have a comprehensive e-identity, like more comprehensive than the DigiD.
I see.
To just make sure that
I mean,
yeah.
A more comprehensive idea is very important, I think. The
Yes.
DigiD is a good start, but
it
can
is
be
really
better.
good. So for the people watching and listening, DigiD is a way in the Netherlands to identify yourself to the Dutch government in online things, and it's secure enough that you don't need to go to a person to get verified or have your identity card scanned. It is a pretty foolproof way of identification. Oh,
Alright,
bad.
let's test this out.
It's
Let's test this out.
Okay.
oh, this-
What the fuck?
I have no clue about Vincent, okay? And I have small suspicions about Blue, so I'm guessing it's Blue.
It's been it's been me and VCT for a long time.
Like, you
Yeah,
both
but-
had lots of opportunities to kill me, and
Oh,
so I
no.
don't know. You were the two people I thought wouldn't be.
I mean, okay, VCT, why did you leave admin? Did you leave
Because
admin?
I saw the arrow, and I thought it was like going on the room right next to it. But then I went back, but I saw you already did it, so I went on the other way around.
All right. So VCT, you have been with me for most of the round. Stitchin, you've been gone.
I have been doing my own thing. I can't help it if you have different tasks. But,
So,
like,
which one of you two is it?
mm,
Confess.
Really again? Wasn't it you the first time that also said like, it's like weren't you also the one that said wasn't me and then blah 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 blah.
You're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh no, I got too passionate. I should shut up. I'm so sorry.
Oh man. We can speak with the dead ones around, I guess.
Okay.
I hear dead people.
Yes.
Did we
I mean, at least
report that one time?
Does nobody have any clue?
I'm voting
it is a really
dying on that hill.
Wait, who? No. That is a way too. He's voting me, but that's way too quick of a choice. That is like okay. No. That's not trustworthy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was close. I was very close. Yeah, no.
I was killed immediately in the round.
Yeah, sorry.
Honestly, if you'd have failed this voting round, oh damn.
But, like, that
Anyway.
was a really good round. Like, I was with
Mike. You were the killer. Trying to sully my name.
Too many impulses right now. Also, personal preference for music. I really like dance. Like
dance?
Trance actually. So old school Chesto and Armin van Buuren is something I really like. Up until now, I have been a lone wolf in that regard. So sad to hear. But I really like it, yeah. And you could say that that's Dutch culture too, like Eurodance. I'm sure you all remember like the late 80s, the late 90s, early 2000s, dance music. Gabbertjes, happy hardcore.
Gabber is different from Eurodance. I believe Eurodance was more like originating in Italy.
Special D though.
With Italian
Benny Benassi.
DJs. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Eiffel 64 as well.
Yes.
Wait, special D, not initial D.
Oh guys, sorry, I've started the round a bit late. I didn't catch the beginning.
Yeah, no, but like the Netherlands is very much of like the house started here and the Gabbersie.
Yeah, like
I didn't.
Also the classic trance was really big. Like Ferry Corsten, Armin van Buuren, Chesto. Of course, you had the English one with Paul Oakenfold. Germany, especially with Paul van Dyk. And so many more. Scooter. Let's not forget Scooter. He's beautiful.
If you're talking about Dutch music, then I'd like to include symphonic metal, like like Within Temptation. Yeah, Nightwish has a Dutch singer.
Yeah, Floor Jansen Within Temptation. Really nice as well.
Okay, hold on. What the hell is going on here?
I was an admin. I did the download or upload task. I don't know, and I was on a stack with blue and red.
Yeah,
and then Red died.
Mike, is that how unexpected?
Oh, really? Is it really unexpected? If you keep killing me?
We were all...
So, it's either orange or blue then. If it was
I was doing an upload. Well, okay, yeah. MagicMike was there. Elikoga, I didn't see you there immediately, so...
Yeah, we were on a stack. I just finished...
I'm thinking then, in that case, then that Elikoga and MagicMike were on a stack, and then Blue thought it was only MagicMike, and killed him.
So you think it's Blue?
Yes, I do.
It's a bit early to kick out, but it's 7 as well.
I was like there first, though.
Who's to say?
Should we vote on 7?
Yeah, it is 7, but
yeah,
if we're very
it's
sure
like
that...
he says, I says.
Yeah. I mean, if we're very sure about it,
I know it's blue, so I'm gonna vote blue.
You know it's me.
Well, who else would it have been?
Well, I mean,
that was
if he sees a white name, that
That
can
was
only
a beautiful no you.
Yeah. So who are we voting, guys?
Orange.
Vote your conscience.
So orange or blue? I'm gonna flip a coin. Wait.
Hey,
Okay,
I
heads is blue.
off chance it's an outside party. I just want to
Okay.
say that, okay?
Heads, I'm sorry, blue.
Ooh.
Oof.
That's
You
very
made a
clear.
mistake.
Well, that's him dead.
Bye. So,
Yeah, lights are off.
Robin also asked, for digital it would be great to have simple ways for companies to pay taxes. Would that be a thing you'd be interested in developing? So yes, multinational corporations, taxing them via digital means, that would definitely be an interesting thing to look at. Although the big problem with that is, of course, that it is really, the taxing problem is really just a race to the bottom problem, and countries like the Netherlands incentivizing tax havenism, which is something that Europe should definitely, if it's up to me, should definitely get some proper laws for in place. Having said that, having digital infrastructure for tax payment for corporations is, a great way to facilitate paying taxes. There's a saying in the Dutch tax service: we can't make it more fun, but we can make it easier for you to do it.
It is actually pretty easy to do taxes.
Exactly.
In the Netherlands.
Exactly.
Well, personal taxes, yeah, but corporate taxes, like
it's horrible.
Like doing the taxes themselves. Of course, it's not a difficult like system like the digital stuff, but our tax system in itself is overly complicated.
Well, you'd say that, but I've had some experience with American taxes, and we're good.
Oh.
Oh,
The
no.
body was in electrical. I just saw it on the way to the oxygen. I was coming from engines with, I believe, Draco.
I was typing in the oxygen code on the north side. I was like, I had walked away from it, and then the alarm went off.
Wait, where again? The body?
It's in electrical. Near the door.
I saw. Who did I see at oxygen? I walked with somebody from
me.
Okay, so
Well,
I
sure.
just met two people in cams just before.
I was in cams for a bit.
Yeah. And who else was there?
I know that Europe gang came along with me.
I
yeah,
was not
Europe
in
gang
cam.
and you. You were not.
He came along with me.
Yeah,
toward-
no.
I was in.
I went to
then
the
I
north, and you went south. Do you remember that?
I mean,
When
it
the
could
thing started.
it could be orange. So like TPing between electrical and
Oh yeah,
security.
yeah.
And then
Could have done
setting off the alarm, the
Could have
oxygen
done that.
alarm.
It could be bad. I'm quite sure. I think we got blue right in the end, so we don't have to vote this round.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait, so 5 people and only 1 imposter. You don't vote.
That's what I'm thinking. If we vote now, we might make it harder for ourselves, actually.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds reasonable.
People did
Okay.
not. People really did not take that one to heart.
No, definitely not.
We should skip, guys. Proceeds to.
Someone's
Right.
playing.
Oh, oxygen's done apparently.
Yeah. If there's an alarm that is life-threatening, so like either oxygen or the other one, it goes away if you discover a body. It doesn't work for anything
Lights.
else. Yeah, it doesn't work for lights.
That's
or
interesting,
comms.
though. I wonder if that's also in real life the case.
That would be
I
convenient.
doubt it, but okay.
No, already. Oh shit.
I didn't know
Right, who was it?
It was orange.
It was orange and me.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
But
I
you
got
did
a
your
lot of-
task way too quick.
All right, people. I'm going to call it a night.
So you two
Yeah,
both
sounds
ganked
good.
me and was like, yeah.
Honestly, I'm still surprised the thing with killing on a stack worked.
Oh yeah, that is pretty impressive.
All right, everyone. I'm going to call it a night. I have to move again tomorrow. So have a very great one and enjoy playing the rest. I'm going to wrap up the stream as well. And I'll see you all later.
Good night, mate.
Thank you all. Thank you all for playing, and we'll see you next week. All right, so that was it, everyone. Thank you so much for this, for watching. We had a really great talk with Itay Garmy. He is a candidate for the Dutch elections, number 11. He is also the campaign manager running the whole of the Dutch elections. He's actually doing that full-time right now. It's going really great there. And we talked about digitalization, the Ministry of Digital Affairs. Be sure to check it out on Twitter. Wow, I have been on Twitch too long. It's not true. I love it here. People, thank you so much. Be sure to check out the Twitter account for Ministry of Digital Affairs. And I wish you all a very good night. And Marlin, yes, you can also join on the Volt Discord. Thank you so much and have a great one. And I'll see you.